Welcome to YellBro Road. I am Jordan, and today we're going to hear from TYT talking about Trump in Ukraine. But of course, there's going to be a little bit of a twist to it. Like otherwise, I wouldn't be covering this. These are not my foreign policy guys to go to, honestly, for information. It's more about something else. It starts with is and ends with real. Right? Whatever. Israel. That's why I'm covering this. But before I get started, don't forget to share, support, hopefully donate to all the links in the description box. Also, please check out the Discord link if you want to join that. I am in that Discord right now. All opinions are welcome. And obviously, everything I show you will be linked in that same description box, including this. We have Laura Loomer. Let's see. Laura Loomer sitting down with, we already saw she sat down with Zelensky, right? The, I guess, president of Ukraine. But there's these guys called the Azov Battalion that I've heard in the past, they get called Nazis quite a bit. I think they occupy more of the western part of Ukraine, or they're the biggest faction in the western part of Ukraine, working alongside Zelensky to fight Russians, kinda. And the thing is, the woman that screams anti-Semitism, I mean, like all day, every day, Laura Loomer is sitting down with one of these guys to almost show you that, in my opinion, the importance of this is showcasing like these little things about anti-Semitism or the PR battles that are done. That's smoke and mirrors, in my opinion, at least. Smoke and mirrors to trick you, right? This is not for Laura Loomer or this fucking guy. It's for the audience to get them to believe something. So thus they will play roles. There'll be good guys over here, bad guys over there, which is why you have to pay attention to all these things and try to read human character as best you can, right? I know it's like, hey, I can't just read someone's mind. True. But, well, as far as I know, basically true. But nonetheless, you should be trying to like read into character on a moral level, so that PR shit, something that looks plastic and inauthentic, doesn't work on you. No, that wasn't a shot at her plastic surgery either. I didn't mean to do that. I was just saying, like, don't be synthetic. That's all I'm saying. Not like her face. Like, just don't be synthetic. That's all. And the reason why it ties into this video, in my opinion at least, is something I heard a caption on Twitter describing Cenk Uygur having like I guess like a rant where he brings in the idea of Israel when talking about Ukraine, the Ukraine-Russian conflict, right? The war over there. And to me, it's a little spooky. It's a little like, wait a minute, are you like, is he over? What's the word? Overly playing to the crowd or begging for an applause? Is he overly doing that? Right? And what's the biggest story to be doing that with, or biggest country, I guess, is Israel right now. No matter what happens, if your eggs spoil, you step on a Lego, you slip on a banana peel, you just blame Israel, and boom, people are on your side. And I warned against this, right? This pageantry, this fucking PR shit, this used car salesman style of politics. I warned against it, but it seems like it's going to win the day anyways. And then that thing's going to turn over one day. People like Cenk Uygur or Anna Kasparian, Candace Owens, Tucker Carlson, these types that are somewhere on the left, somewhere on the right. One day, it's probably going to turn around to where they're now the bad guys. You'll be cheering on the new fucking PR manager, the new used car salesman, which is going to be unfortunate. But hey, if you hear this, you're getting a heads up right now. These guys will probably become villains at some point, like they were before. Right? Tucker, Candace, Cenk, Anna, these guys were villains before, right? In the political spheres. Now they're heroes because they're all saying, look what Israel's doing. Shit that people were saying for how many years now? But not to this level, not to this aggression in the sense of using it as like the catch-all answer for everything, for why everything's wrong or bad in the world. And that's what's going to probably fail at some. It's a dog shit assessment. I'll call it that. So either way, to be fair to them, I haven't watched the video yet, but I saw that caption. I think RT put it out because once again, they're playing their game, right? They're playing their own propaganda PR role. It's like Laura Loomer or Jankar, right? they're playing their role to support Russia no matter what. So thus, yeah, if people start bringing up Ukraine now in a negative light in America because their attachment to Israel and Laura Loomer, I guess, well, that's a win for us. Supposedly independent journalists have nothing to do with being owned by Russia at all. They'll look like heroes right now, but they may be doing that to play you, to trick you. And so might TYT, Cenk Uygur, Anna Kasparian. But let's find out. Let's give them a fair shot, right? Let's see the context of how they bring up Israel in connection with Ukraine, because there is a connection. It's been said here on this channel before. It's been brought up, but the way they might use it might be a little bit weirder than what I was saying. But without further ado, let's hit play. Here is TYT with Trump is changing his mind about Ukraine, which doesn't make sense in the first place, but here we go.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky met with President Trump at the White House today. Zelensky was in town for Senator Lindsey Graham's funeral. Now, Trump appears to have significantly warmed to Zelensky, and it's not an accident. As I shared with you all yesterday, Zelensky had carried out a strike against an Iranian vessel in the Caspian Sea and argued that it was a justified strike because he alleged that Iran was sending Shahed missiles to Russia, which Russia uses against Ukraine. Now, Iran says that they were shipping steel to Russia. There's no way of me confirming who's telling the truth, but nonetheless, this is obviously an escalation involving Ukraine kind of getting themselves involved in this war, even as they have their hands full attempting to fight off Russia and the ongoing invasion that Russia carried out beginning in 2022. Now, the Ukrainian president has tried to charm Trump quite a bit.
Which is once again, he's correct in the sense of like that's to be very dangerous and escalatory for sure. Because you got two major wars happening, right? The U.S. and Israel versus the region. The what they would call the bad actors of the region, right? Hezbollah and Lebanon, Iran themselves, Houthis in Yemen, not really Hamas and Gaza, not really them, right? No offense to them, but they're not like powerful enough to do too much in that sense. Then you have this major war with Russia and Ukraine, and if those wars tied together, that is World War III. That is that, right? 100%. If they all start connecting to each other, which they already are, but like direct hot war connection to each other. So that's something worth keeping your mind on and paying attention to on the foreign policy level. But let's hit play. Here we go.
22. Now, the Ukrainian president has tried to charm Trump quite a bit, and it's part of this concerted campaign by European leaders to improve Trump's relationship with Zelensky so he will be more willing to help supply weaponry to Ukraine to fight Russia.
He's already been doing that. He did it during his first term. He's doing it now. In fact, he set the precedent of sending quote unquote lethal weapons versus the quote unquote non-lethal weapons that were sent beforehand. So once again, he set that precedent already because Trump is not the president. He's not. Well, he's the president in name, but he's not running the foreign policy exactly. He's a part of it, but is he running it by himself? No, he's not. He's not the shot caller for all these things. It is a concerted effort by a shit ton of people within our government and within other countries' governments to fuck the world up and destroy it. They think it's beautiful that way. That's once again, they're broken minds. They're mentally ill people, right? But in a sense of a person with mental illness to that type of pathology, destruction looks like rainbows and sunshine to them. Looks horrible for us, for regular people. Not all of us, but most regular people. Looks horrendous, right? Looks terrible. Warfare, people's homes being destroyed, people's lives being destroyed. It looks horrendous, right? But for those guys, that's fucking Tuesday or Wednesday. It's fucking normal. So, yeah, it is what it is. That goes for Putin in Russia, Zelensky in Ukraine, Netanyahu in Israel, whoever's fucking running Iran right now. It's like same thing, same mindset, same pathologies, and they're abusing each other with it. whether it was they had trauma during their childhood, or they grew up and had and they had some sense of trauma, and now they're taking their pain out on other people. Right? It's probably a lot of Iran, right? A lot of maybe Hamas is probably like that. Hey, like your traumas you had, now you take it out on others, basically, right? Netanyahu, fine, but regular Israelis, they get shit on, right? Or dumb fucks that are conscripted to go to war and they do it, they get shit on, right? When Israel retaliates, the majority of people killed overwhelmingly are civilians. Overwhelmingly. Once again, that's a point with Israel's lack of care for Israel's government, lack of care for regular people, but also, Hamas will find places to hide while regular people get destroyed. That's how it plays out in war all day and night. And that also happens with news and commentary, right? Political commentators. They share their dumb fuck ideas, try their best to trick other people into going with their dumb fuck ideas, and who gets shit on? The regular people that are buying into one side or another. They're the ones that get shit on, whether they know it or not. Anyways, sorry for talking so much. I mean, my bad. Feels like I'm saying something important, but who cares? Here we go.
But more importantly, Trump has come to admire Ukraine's drone industry, especially its ability to defend against the same drones the US faces in the Iran war. Trump, a senior administration official, said, likes winners, and Zelensky, in the US president's estimation, is increasingly looking like one. And look, that is a huge change, a complete 180 from what we saw with Trump and Zelensky in that Oval Office meeting just last year.
Someone tell Anna that that's on TV cameras. There's actual business in the background where this guy's been giving weapons willy-nilly through NATO, through Israel as well, handing weapons over to Ukraine to go fight Russians, yada, yada, yada. Like, come on. I'm not falling for some stupid fucking, oh my God, Trump's really mad at this dude. He's so fucking mad at him. Oh my God, anonymous White House source says that Trump is mad at Netanyahu. Like, how many times are we going to fall for this shit? It's fucking kindergarten peekaboo. Come on, guys. Come on, Anna. Now he's 180. Now he's mad while he's still handing weapons over. Sorry. Now he's okay with Zelensky, but before he was mad when he was during all these time period, this entire time, he's been shipping defensive and offensive weaponry and intelligence to Ukraine the entire fucking time. Make it make sense, Anna. But all right, here we go.
Where Trump essentially called Zelensky a dictator. You had JD Vance essentially telling Zelensky that he needs to be grateful. It was a very tense and awkward moment. Trump had even paused all weapons and intelligence sharing with Ukraine following that meeting. Now,
for like a day or two, PR. Come on, Anna. At least bring someone on that has paid attention to what's been happening over there. Right? Not saying I'm some sort of fucking expert. I'm just saying, like, I've heard more people say more things about this conflict that I guess these guys missed out on. Apparently missed out on. Here we go.
Now things are different. Republicans on Capitol Hill, including Senator Graham, worked overtime to basically patch things up between Trump and Zelensky, and it seems like he made quite a bit of progress doing that. Trump was impressed by. There was a heavyweight Ukrainian boxer who visited him in the White House, in the Oval Office specifically. This was last month before the Ultimate Fighting Championship cage match at the White House. So Alexander Usyk is his name. Usyk told Trump that Ukrainians are fighters and winners, just basically using the kind of rhetoric that tends to appeal to Trump. And apparently he made a good impression on him, especially after he gave Trump a signed boxing glove. The two men bonded over their love for the late Muhammad Ali. And so at that point, Trump was starting to warm up to supporting Ukraine more in their fight against Russia.
Okay, it's one thing. It's fuck me, dude. Why am I pausing this much this early in the video? Like, okay, the pause on weaponry, that didn't last too long. Remember, like, this is actually gotta be last year, right? A while ago, where someone asked Trump, like, "Hey, what are you doing for? What'd you hand to NATO to hand over to Ukraine?" He said, "Everything, the best, whatever, weaponry, technology, whatever. We sent it all." In fact, when things started kicking up between with Iran, right? With Israel, U.S., and Iran, when things started kicking up, they started taking defense missiles from Ukraine and using them in the Middle East to protect from Iran's bombings, right? Well, that means they were there then. That means they were there. And that's just defensive missiles. There's obviously offensive missiles over there as well. So that's whatever. Okay, Alexander Usyk, when it comes to boxing, I'm kind of a fan. He's pretty skilled and talented, although that might be a sign of the times versus all-time greats, right? He might be just living in a time period where you have mediocre heavyweight champions. Shout out to Anthony Joshua, but whatever. To sit here and think that it's because a boxing guy, a heavyweight champion that most people don't even fucking know, shows up in the White House and say, "Hey, man, we like Muhammad Ali, right? Yeah, I do. All right, let's fucking bomb Russia. All right." If you think that's PR, Anna, come on, dude. Come on. Trump's already following the game plan. He wasn't waiting for some heavyweight champion to show up and say, "Hey, man, don't you like boxing? How about we box up Russia? How do you feel about that?" Like, come on. Like, it's so incomplete. There's no speculation. No, like, hey, I doubt that's what Trump was going through, or I'm questioning that's what Trump's motivation was. That he got compliments from Zelensky or compliments from their Ukrainian heavyweight champion. Like, come on, this is part of the schedule. There we go.
Trump now sees Putin in a less favorable light. According to two people familiar with his views, Trump's desire to improve US drone warfare, though, is really what has a lot to do with this, okay? Like, yeah, you can butter Trump up, but he likes cookies. Okay. So what kind of cookies can you give us? And believe it or not, despite the fact that we're spending already over $1 trillion a year on our military, the United States is shockingly behind when it comes to drone technology, and so Trump is seeking to learn and to get some of that technology for our own purposes. Trump announced
from Ukraine. Okay. Although I do think the U.S. has some shit they're not using, right? When it comes to drone technology, I think they have some shit that they're probably have developed already. I mean, let's be real. Look at the technology they've been using in Gaza, right? Once again, not some superpower of a military when it comes to Hamas, but look what Israel's been using against Hamas and against just people, like those experimental grounds using these AI technologies and all that shit. Where are these companies located? They're in the fucking U.S. And guess what? You don't think the U.S. has Pentagon contracts with these same companies? Of course they do. Of course they do. So looking at drones being shot down by Houthis in Yemen is not indicative of like what the fuck these guys have probably in the background that we don't know about yet, right? The things that were brought up when it comes to Venezuela, right? Some fucking microwave, super machine weapon thingy. Like, I'm just saying. Once again, I'm waiting for the speculation here from just some sense of thinking. But let's play. Here we go.
When it comes to drone technology, and so Trump is seeking to learn and to get some of that technology for our own purposes. Trump announced at the NATO summit as well, right? That the U.S.
because Trump knows the difference. He has an end of it. He knows the difference somehow. Fuck out of here. All right, here we go.
Technology, and so Trump is seeking to learn and to get some of that technology for our own purposes. Trump announced at the NATO summit as well that the U.S. would consider granting Kyiv a license to produce U.S. Patriot missile interceptors, and he expressed interest in joining with Ukraine on drone production. And look, there's a lot more to share with you. Like, for instance, the Ukrainians have been defending against Iranian-made Shahed suicide drones, fending off the types of attacks that apparently the US military is dealing with as well in the Middle East. Over the course of the war, Ukraine has transformed into a military drone powerhouse. It went from producing around 5,000 drones a year in 2022 to millions a year in 2026, according to data from Ukraine's government. And I mean, Trump loves quid pro quo. He wants something out of this relationship, and he sees this as a potentially beneficial relationship. And that's, I guess, fine. But what I'm more worried about, Cenk, is this war.
What? That's fine. Okay, I'll hear her point out. Sorry. What the fuck?
Whoa, he wants something out of this relationship, and he sees this as a potentially beneficial relationship. And that's, I guess, fine. But what I'm more worried about, Cenk, is this war against Iran snowballing into something much greater, something much bigger that puts the lives of Ukrainian civilians at even more risk and more danger. Because the fact of the matter, guys, and I've said this on the show before, I'll say it again, we are low on interceptors. We are unable to supply Ukraine with the interceptors. They take years to make. So even if Trump gives them the license to build their own, it will take years to make. This is a huge gamble by Zelensky, and it does appear like he's trying to merge the war.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, so.
Okay. It's going to be something. It just feels like ditzy commentary on this shit. Like TYT is kind of just lacking, but thankfully there's a catch-all thing you can say where you can sound like a foreign policy expert if you just blame Israel for something, then it'll be like, oh my God, these guys know what they're talking about, which is what has happened for TYT, right? They were quiet on this stuff. Then all of a sudden, Israel! And they're jumping in with these other commentators and screaming Israel to the top of their fucking lungs and saying the U.S. is owned by them and all that stuff. And then that's how they regain their credibility to, not to me, but to, I guess, fans, internet personalities and their fans, right? And it is what it is. Like, we're digging ourselves in a giant fucking hole and digging ourselves in it. It's fucking incredible. Humanity is. And once again, the merging of the wars is very much a potentiality because it's already there. That's already the case. There's teams fighting teams. And then the other teams that are fighting they're allied with their other teams. Like, it's just crossover up and down the line. Up and down the fucking line. But all right, here's a dumb fuck Cenk. Let me reset real fast just in case. Sorry, Discord is kind of, I don't know, their video thing has been fucked. Either that or my internet sucks, but all right, here we go.
It does appear like he's trying to merge the war.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, so I'm kind of burying the lead here because I think there's two huge things here. Number one, I'm done officially with supporting the Ukrainians' war. So it's been a long.
Now, look at this. This is something that's been warned about forever. I could say for myself, since coming back to YouTube, was warned about because a lot of these progressive candidates that were running for office and they're screaming out, "Oh my God, Gaza! What's happening in Gaza is terrible. We need to stop funding Israel." Right? All those things. They kept their mouth shut when it came to Ukraine and Russia. They're like, I think we need to support the defense of Ukraine. Up and down the line, these guys are doing that. I think even the Ilhan Omars and the AOCs, the Kat Ebigazales, the Graham Plattners, this Al Saeed guy, I'm going to have to find out. I have to look into it. But some of these candidates and people that are in office already were loud about, oh my God, Gaza, it's like a genocide. But then keeping their mouth shut of the U.S. support for war between Ukraine and Russia. And now you can hear Cenk saying, like, yeah, I was in support of this, even though, once again, more U.S. military bullshit that you should never be tricked by if you're a fucking newscaster and have resources to go figure shit out. You should never be tricked by that, but somehow he did get tricked because he's probably following the party line because this guy's a used car. He's horrendous. He is horrendous. Anna's horrendous. His nephew's fucking horrendous. Hassan Piker. These guys are, for the most part, dog shit at their jobs. Dog shit. But don't worry. Once again, they found that little catch-all thing of just saying Israel. And now they're like, man, these guys are really good on foreign policy. They know we shouldn't be funding Israel. How about Ukraine? How about TYT back when when Syria was kicking off? Remember all that? What happened to those? What were these guys saying? And now look what we have in Syria. I can't believe people get things, like these same people get these same things wrong year after year after year, or they're just very late. Like they're wrong for a very long time, and then they say one day they're like, you know what? I'm gonna side with shit that's been said for plenty of years by many people, enough people for them to find out. And now they're the solution thinkers for our times. All of a sudden, as they rant and rave and preach used car salesman fucking rhetoric. Once again, to trick you to go sign up for TYT or to probably potentially, I can't say I know this, but potentially flush you towards a different version of government apparatus. Same thing, different face, different suit on, but same apparatus. New names, same apparatus. Just like what happened to Trump fans, right? Like, oh my God, things are changing. Here's the same shit you were already getting. Here's the same exact shit you were already getting. Here we go.
Time now, I don't know, they seem like they've been at war for about 18 years now. So the reason I was in favor of it, because Russia attacked them. It was definitely Russian aggression. Yes, there were reasons and excuses, etc. Bottom line is, you attack someone like Israel attacks Lebanon, it's Israel's fault. Russia attacks Ukraine, it's Russia's fault. So number two, we had...
Okay, but why do you pick a team after that? Why would you pick a team? I don't get it. Why do you have to pick a team? Why can't you acknowledge, okay, Russia did something fucked up right there, let's call that out? Why does that have to mean like, well, Russia did this shit? So you know what? Team Ukraine. This sounds like retconning these guys' foreign policy fuck-ups. And there's plenty of them. Once again, go listen to Anna talking about fucking Syria circa, what was it, like 2020-ish? Right before, a little bit before that. Go look up Anna Kasparian's takes. And she's like, oh my God, the Kurds. You're letting this happen? As they fell for fake footage. Now, well, it was real footage, but it wasn't from Syria. It was some other occasion. Actually, no, it wasn't even warfare. I think it was like a light show or a gun show or a fireworks show in America somewhere, and these motherfuckers fell for it, thinking it was warfare of Turkey going against killing Kurds, killing like Kurdish people in northern Syria. I think they fell for that. And once again, just the silence of probably over the years in regards to Syria, because they probably picked the team. So, anyways, let's play more of dumb fuck. Here we go.
Israel's fault. Russia attacks Ukraine. It's Russia's fault. So number two, we had promised the Ukrainians defense when we had them give up their nuclear weapons. Okay, but now we've supported you for about 87 years in a row in this war. There's a limit to how long we can go. What if the war goes for 2 centuries? Do we still owe you, right? So now.
Wait, so it's not about morality, it's about, hey man, we've been watching your back for how long? Wasn't that Trump's rhetoric, right? We keep giving to NATO, they don't give nothing back to us. What the hell, man? Anyways, here's all the shit you need, NATO. Here you go. It's like, so, okay, sorry for pausing so much, here we go.
How long we can go. What if the war goes for 2 centuries? Do we still owe you, right? So now
war's bad, Jank. How about
the second issue is that Ukraine has now become basically Israel. Now, why do I say that? You know, we're a rare show.
And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. There's your selling point. There's your used car salesman. There he is, using catch lines, catchphrases, catch-alls to once again trick you to go a certain direction. I don't care if this is for ending war with, ending military support for Ukraine, right? That's like, it's probably not even his goal. It's just more so reading the room and trying to like lean in a direction. But yeah, it's still dishonest as fuck to me. And it's used car salesmanship. It's trying to trick the audience instead of just being upfront and say, man, I should have looked more into this. Say that, Jank. But these guys can't admit that they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They can't admit that. Guys, just bring on a foreign policy, like hire a fucking foreign policy correspondent, hire someone like that to fucking help you out. That isn't, Matt Duss. Hire someone else. Don't bring Matt Duss in as your fucking foreign policy expert. And then you can listen to his Syria takes as well. But all right, here we go.
Centuries. Do we still owe you, right? So now, the second issue is that Ukraine has now become basically Israel. Now, why do I say that? We're a rare show that talks about this phenomenon. It's really important. Remember,
they're a rare show that no one else does this but them. More used car salesmanship. There you go.
We're a rare show that talks about this phenomenon. It's really important.
No one does like that.
Russia was helping Iran and Syria. Israel needed Russia distracted so they could topple Bashar al-Assad. Oh wait, that happened, didn't it?
It did. Yeah.
Wait.
So
Let me hear that.
And Syria.
Let me hear that again.
Israel. Now, why do I say that? We're a rare show that talks about this phenomenon. It's really important. Remember, Russia was helping Iran and Syria. Israel needed Russia distracted so they could topple Bashar al-Assad. Oh wait, that happened, didn't it?
It did. Yeah.
During.
Wait, what? I'm sure Israel wanted Bashar al-Assad out, and yes, they were occupying the Golan Heights. That's for many years now, before 2011, right? But who was funding the now president of Syria to overthrow the old government of Syria, the Bashar al-Assad government? Who was doing that? He was arming and funding these guys. The U.S. government, like directly, straight up. Like they wanted Syria overthrown as much as anyone else did, and in fact, they did the actions to do it. Yes, Israel would do flyby bombings every so often, but who was funding and hiring the fucking ground forces? And who also was bombing over the top? The fucking U.S. And yes, Russia was involved in Iran and Hezbollah, like helping the Syrian government fight ISIS and these Western-backed fucking guys on the ground, right? These Al-Qaeda Western-backed people. But like, there's a whole bunch of things happening here. I can't believe he didn't bring the U.S. up in that situation right there. I can't believe that. He says Syria. It just says Israel. It's like it's like a catch-all. It's like he's like, we're the rare ones talking about that. Like, the fuck? Weren't people screaming this at you guys when you guys were ignoring it? Basically, wasn't there like a whole story with Hillary Clinton where they're like, oh my God, Hillary's going to call for a no-fly zone in Syria. Which means, in a no-fly zones mean if you fly over, we shoot down your fucking planes. And who was flying over Syria? Russia. And if you shoot down a Russian plane, what does that lead to? A hot war in World War III. That was the idea that was being said back then. And who'd these guys beg and plead and cry to tell you guys who to vote for? Who were they saying to vote for? They're saying vote for Hillary Clinton. They were saying that in 2016. They were saying that. The famous TYT meltdown over Trump winning. That thing was one of the reasons why people didn't want Hillary Clinton to win. So you guys were the rare ones saying, fuck out of here. You fucking liar. How are there this many liars that get away with this shit? Like, who's watching these? Besides me, who the fuck is watching this shit, like, for real? Like, who's in love with this content when these guys just lie to you year in, year out? It has to be people that are just, they're, painting their walls as they're listening. They're, making dinner as they're listening. They're not listening. They're just like, here's some noise to hear in the background. Like, oh, Anna's dress looks cute today. Maybe that's what they're doing. It's like, how'd you get he better clean this up, because this is fucking, on paper, it's ridiculous what he's saying. Missing out kind of a key detail here of under the Obama administration of the funding of so-called moderate rebels in Syria. And those moderate rebels ended up toppling Bashar al-Assad because I don't even think it's because of Russia so much. I don't think it's because of Russia pulling out so much. I think Russia said, yo, get out of there. It's over. Because there's a time where people are like, oh my God, it's actually it's over. Syria won, Bashar al-Assad won. But Iran was like, let's keep, whatever, Russia can do whatever the fuck they want. Let's keep going. Let's fuck these fools up. Yes, these guys were Western backed, but you still we can see what the Iranian military can do right now, right? We can see what they can do. So thus, if you still have that backing, and you have your own military, or you have your own Syrian military, should be able to like hold them off. Even with and including that with the brutal tactics of Bashar al-Assad, where he's willing to kill his own people. I don't mean the gas attacks. I mean like, yeah, there's ISIS here. Listen, we'll blow up this entire fucking city block, you know, which holds our citizens, but we'll blow it up just to kill these guys over here, just to kill al-Nusra or kill ISIS fighters. We'll do that. We'll blow up the entire fucking building. Right? They're the same thing as the US does, right? And Israel and all these other countries do. Or Russia as well. We'll blow up fucking playgrounds to get that one guy over there. Who cares? Hey man, it's war. We got to do this. But yeah, he better clean this up. Here we go.
Show that talks about this phenomenon. It's really important. Remember, Russia was helping Iran and Syria. Israel needed Russia distracted so they could topple Bashar al-Assad. Oh wait, that happened, didn't it?
It did, yeah.
During the Ukraine-Russia war. And that Iran couldn't be helped when Iran was attacked. Oh right, that also happened during the Ukraine-Russia war. So Ukraine and Israel working together to keep.
Wait. Is he under the illusion that Russia's going to attack Israel? They are damn near allies. They can't show that on paper, but like they can't do that out loud, but essentially they are, considering the Israeli connections within Russia. So he's fucking that up too. I wish Sebs was here. What did Putin say? Like, man, there's a lot of like Russian speaking people in Israel that live in Israel right now. You know what? We're kind of like, we're cousins or family in a way. Something to that degree. So no, and the other team is the U.S., right? Is Russia going to strike down U.S. planes? Are they? At most, you'll see what you're seeing right now. If Russia was not, quote unquote, distracted by Ukraine, the most you'd see is Russia saying, hey, here's some defense missiles. Here's some missiles, but we can't shoot them. You guys can. If you pay us enough. You guys can. And if you help us out, right, in different regions. If you help us out, sure. But we're not shooting them ourselves. No fucking chance. We're not risking hitting Israel. We're not risking hitting the U.S. It's just not happening. And somehow Cenk, once again, one of the rare people that talk out loud for a living. He's one of the rare people that knows this stuff, apparently. Doesn't brought up the U.S., by the way. I keep saying, like, just bizarre. Here we go.
Oh wait, that happened, didn't it?
It did, yeah.
During the Ukraine-Russia war. And that Iran couldn't be helped when Iran was attacked. Oh right, that also happened during the Ukraine-Russia war. So Ukraine and Israel working together to keep Russia busy so that Israel can attack its neighbors and take more territory. So before that was apparent to people who were paying attention. Now it's more than apparent, it's obvious because Ukraine is literally joining the war and attacking Iran, right?
Yes, and in fact, Cenk,
I mean, this is ridiculous. Does he think Russia's gonna shoot down Israeli jet, like go into a hot war essentially against Israel? Does he actually think that? Hey, Russia was allies with Syria, right? With Bashar al-Assad's Syria. There's Israeli planes flying night and day, blowing up places, blowing up on Christmas Day and shit like that, like blowing up locations in Syria, right? They were occupying the Golan Heights. What did Russia do about that? Did they shoot down any Israeli jets? Did they bomb the Golan Heights? The fuck are you talking? This guy gets paid. He gets paid for this shit. Hey, listen, I'm laughing. I'm being kind of mocking him, but hey, maybe I'm wrong. I'm not a fucking expert. I'll admit that. Like, I'm not an expert, but the things I've heard, I got some questions, Cenk, because that does not make sense to the things I've heard before. But maybe Cenk knows better. Yeah. Here we go. It's just
literally joining the war and attacking Iran, right?
Yes, and in fact, Cenk, just to provide some receipts to bolster what you're saying here, you guys all need to read the 2018 paper that was put out by the Rand Corporation called Overextending Russia. It's basically the anti-Russia version of the anti-Palestinian clean break memo, but it's even more overt, it's even more candid about what the game plan is. You get what I'm saying? So Russia invading was wrong, but I think that it's a mistake to think that Russia invaded for no reason at all and that there was no provocation in the lead up to that, especially as it pertains to, the very overt discussions that were taking place at these international conferences about Ukraine joining NATO.
Yes.
For sure they went over that back then, right? Did they know that back? It's 2018. Okay, this memo, this paper. For sure that means TYT was like, when they had their support for Ukraine, according to Cenk, when they had their support for Ukraine, obviously they're like, yo, this could be a setup because of X, Y, and Z, right? This to overextend Russia, which is an old game plan, right? They did it with Mujahideen and Afghanistan and all that stuff, right? That was also a plan to overextend Russia. So, okay. And then there's also there's like a think tank or a memo, or not like an official government memo, but like a think tank memo thing or paper in regards to using Israel as our scapegoat to push for war in all these different regions. And it's almost like they're following that to a T. Interesting. It's almost like, I wonder if back then when the things with Russia, Ukraine popped off, I wonder if these guys were almost doing the thing that this 2018 paper was looking for. Like, we need to help Ukraine, we need to help them with weaponry and all this stuff. Right? Which would be, helping out the idea of making Russia overextend, pause, and use more military resources and all that stuff. That'd fall right in line. But now they can say something different after all these years. I hope that, who knows? Then the Israel stuff, right? The kind of scapegoating of Israel, not behind their backs, in a PR move. Get the audience to say, hey, Israel's the ones doing the fucked up things over here. Right? And that's probably in tandem with the Israeli government apparatus. Where they're like, yeah, we know the game plan. Get everyone to look over here, view us as bad guys, as these other countries do fucked up things too. But no one's going to notice. They're just going to blame Israel. I wonder. It's almost like they're doing that now too. I'll try to find that and link it in the description box. Because I have it somewhere saved. I'm forgetting what year this was written. But let's say it was written before October 7th or whatever the fuck. I'm pretty sure it's pretty old. Old enough, we'll say. But let's reset this and then keep playing. Man, like, these guys are just either somehow, once again, I'm not an expert, but these guys sound so bad at foreign policy that they're actually following the thing that they're claiming to fight. They're actually walking in step, in line with the very thing that they're claiming they're trying to fight. Interesting, isn't it? Very interesting. Let's apply.
So look, I hope to God that Trump, is done with Netanyahu, and I just told you I think it's 50-50, right? And that we try to get out of this war, memorandum of understanding, all that, right? But remember, even if that's true, there's still a 50% chance that this war continues and actually increases, escalates, right? Mm-hmm. That's a 50% chance at World War III. That's the lead that we're burying and everybody's burying. Because why do I say that? Now, I never said World War III before. A lot of people said World War III in many different instances, and I thought it was hyperbolic, okay? But wait a minute now. So now we have Iran and Israel and America.
That must be that Hillary Clinton thing. Like, yo, if she gets in office, they might start World War III because of shit with Russia. And now he's like, well, I called it hyperbolic, Why did you look into it and call it hyperbolic, or did you just say it because you needed to support a candidate, Mr. Used Car Salesman? I mean, he is horrendous. He is dog shit at his job. He is horrendous. But he gets away with it, I guess. What's the play?
Never said World War III before. A lot of people said World War III in many different instances, and I thought it was hyperbolic, okay? But wait a minute now. So now we have Iran and Israel and America at war, but also Lebanon and the Palestinians, kind of, although they have no weapons, they're just there to get slaughtered. And then the Houthis join in with Iran, and now Saudi Arabia and the Houthis. And remember, Iran attacked the Gulf countries, so now Kuwait and even Jordan, and let alone the Gulf countries like UAE, etc., are involved. Bahrain. So now there's already a gigantic war.
They didn't attack the people. They attacked U.S. military installations.
What does that matter for governments fighting governments? That means nothing. And it does hit people. Like, I know people, like, it seems like in politics people pick teams and they think the bombs are friendly bombs. They're not. They're not. They're bombs. They blow up. They don't specially target. There's a bad guy. Hit him. No, that's not what warfare is. It is what it is. They're hitting regular people too.
Well, even if he's a bad guy and you're hitting him, it's still not good because it's like not the way to.
Yes, but there's like this thing out there of, because there's just people cheering for Iran right now, and I'm like, you guys are fucking.
Oh,
idiots.
I know. A lot of weirdos.
That'll be my next video.
There are people who are going to hear that, and their takeaway is going to be, "Oh, Iran just wants to fucking attack everybody."
Oh, for sure. But they'll also be like, "Oh no, they're just puppy dogs. Leave them alone. Why are you shooting at puppy dogs?" No, they're killers too. They do propaganda too. They do mockery videos too. Right? When Trump's like, "Hey, look at that! I just bombed this place. Get shit on." Iran's putting out Lego videos. Say, "Yeah, fucking go eat shit, Lindsey Graham. Go get blown up, U.S. soldiers." Like, they're saying, "Fuck you too." Like, they're doing the propaganda game with them. But when you pick a team, you're blinded by the faults of the team you pick, unfortunately. And thus, here comes the used car salesman, Cenk Uygur, to come in and try to mold and bend your mind towards a certain direction. I mean, year after year. Year after year.
Oh, did he?
He's now waiting till here, 2026, to talk about World War III, when he was ignoring it. Remember? We're like, "Yo, Cenk, you can't vote for Hillary. She might start World War III. Oh, no, she won't. It's like we're waiting for these guys to make mistakes. And then when they come up with an answer at some point, now they're the heroes. And I'm like, how the fuck does that happen? Well, there you go. The catch-all scapegoat called Israel. You can just bring up Israel all day and night. And that's how you get away with it, of being so wrong for so many fucking years. Just start blaming Israel in this time period right now. In 10 years, who knows? Maybe that won't work anymore as PR. Right now, it's working.
I was having trouble with my internet connection earlier today.
It was
I
BB.
think I'm going to blame Israel.
It was BB. He did it. But anyway, either way, all these things that Cenk's talking about were there. They were already there. Before a bomb from Iran hit fucking Saudi Arabia somewhere, or hit UAE somewhere, or Jordan, or whatever, right?
Jordan?
Not me. Before any of that shit happened, those ideas were there. They were like sitting there waiting. Maybe waiting for a dumb fuck commentator to say something about it, Cenk. The tensions between, like, they just went over a 2018 paper of like, oh my God, probably just, lifting it from John Mearsheimer or whatever the fuck, probably. Like, oh, 2018 paper said this and that. And that's why, to overextend Russia and make them fight in wars to distract them. It's like, well, you guys weren't saying that in 2018, were you? Were you?
Nope.
You're saying it now, though. And it's like, he's like, man, he said, we are one of the rare channels that say these things. He just said that before any of you guys showed up. He said that. I'm like,
that's disappointing.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh.
Disappointing. It is par for the course, Joe. This is TYT, bro. That is their shit. Fuck me. All right, let's keep playing. It's going to bring up connections that people were already saying. I think it was on paper there. It's like not even like a secret knowledge thing. It was like, I think it was just there. And then actually, because I was like, man, I was like, man, I wish Subs was here to explain this thing in regards to Russia and Israel and their relationship and their connection. That Cenk is almost implying that if Israel if Russia wasn't overextended by fighting Ukraine and they got more involved with Iran, that they'd be shooting down Israeli planes. or helping them
No,
out
they
militarily.
absolutely would not be.
He's almost implying that.
Yeah, they would not be doing that at all. And also because they have a very good relationship with Israel, and the Soviet Union was actually the first to even acknowledge, or even like I guess acknowledge Israel as a state in the first place, like back when Stalin was in charge. So there's deep ties. And what is it, like 50% of the Israeli population is either Ukrainian or Russian.
Yeah,
and Ukrainian and Russian speaking. So
there's definitely a big Russian speaking minority over there.
No, but there's also connections though with their governments, like big time, like just it's undeniable.
Putin's not going to.
And even the way that they would bomb Syria, like they would coordinate sometimes. It was really interesting. Like they would let each other know where they were going to be bombing. There's news about this all over. So
I brought that up earlier as well. I didn't, not that exact story, but I brought up the idea, like, just to put it in comparison, like, well, Russia wasn't being overextended by Ukraine yet at this point, and they're helping out Syria, right? Well, guess who's flying bombs up and down the line in Syria? Israel was. They were. Russia was as well, but did they shoot down? Did Russia shoot down any Israeli planes to help out their little fucking ally? No.
They would tell each other where they were going to be bombing. There's literally like news, like reporting on this, where Netanyahu's like letting Putin or the Russian government know what parts of Syria they were going to be hitting,
exactly,
so that they wouldn't hurt like the Russian, military.
Exactly.
That's it was overt. I don't know. It's
wasn't Israel still to this day, but they were back then as well, occupying the Golan Heights. Why didn't Russia just carpet bomb them? They're fighting their favorite friend in Syria. They're fighting Bashar al-Assad, right? So why not? They're right there. Just take them out. Right, Jank?
Yeah.
Idiot.
Because this is one of the contentions that I had with a lot of these like alternative media people who were super pro Russia but like super against Israel and stuff. And I'm like, well, where's like do you not recognize like there's cognitive dissonance happening? And then I was told that I was just like finding connections where there weren't, and that people have to be, strategic in the geopolitical stage, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, yeah, all right. Right. I'm just naive. I just don't know. I just don't understand.
Yeah. I mean, as much as Adam Green goes too far, no more news, but he was covering that. Like, look at the connections here. Now, a lot of it was, look at the, Chabad, Lubavitch, whatever the fuck it's called, right? Like, look at the connections here, the religious connections between Russia and he would say the Jews, right? He'd say that probably, but still, he'd still bring up some foreign policy stuff.
He doesn't like the Christians either, so.
Yeah. Well, because
not defense, but you know what I mean. Yeah.
Well, it's because they're too
he talks just as derogatory like about Christian as he does Jews or Muslims on it. Like he's pretty, like he spreads the hate equally.
I think he says they're too Jewish for the Christian. Like your savior's a fucking Jewish guy. Like he showed a picture of Jesus, but with the no Kramer, like the hooked nose thing, like the stereotype. I'm like, oh, okay. Which is kind of crazy.
What do they call it? What do they call that shit? The happy merchant or fucking whatever?
I guess. I don't fucking know.
No, but with Adam, it was like
fucking drawing.
Because his whole thing. I'm not saying that he's not derogatory, but it's just because his thing is that he wants to go back to like some nomadic, like indigenous European, I don't know, pagan, fucking, I don't know, hippie
Vikings.
Thing. Yeah. We was Vikings, so
I've never heard that one.
It was Vikings.
All right, let's keep playing dumb fuck jank.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna pray to Scavy that this fucking heat wave stops. That's what I'm gonna do.
Then Loki out there and Thor, and then
Loki, Thor, Othin,
and then kill them all for being in fucking Marvel movies. All right, let's play. Here we go.
I think hold on, wait.
Oh, you don't got to do that,
like,
Jordan. Ragnarok takes care of that
about
for you.
Thor. Like, because there was this, because I think Thor is like Agamemnon or one of those, like he's the child of like some Ethiopian, whatever, Greek something or other. And he made a whole video like denouncing that and like basically say like, they're trying to say that Thor is black. Like, yo, chill.
He's fictional. He's not fucking anything. God damn.
Now you're getting mad over mythological character.
If I was white then, and Thor made a Disney movie, I'm kicking him out. Like, yeah, you are not white anymore. Get away from me. Anyways. All right.
Sorry.
Let's play. Here we go.
Et cetera are involved, Bahrain. So now there's already a gigantic war. and then Ukraine comes in and hits Iran. So now Ukraine is on the side of Israel, and theoretically America, or at least the American president, and now Russia's on the side of Iran. But wait, it gets worse.
He's been doing that too. Like he brought up, like, well, look, Israel and Israel and Israel, and then with Ukraine and Ukraine and Ukraine. I'm like, and the U.S. But now he's like theoretically, I guess the U.S. is kind of, like he's like saying like that. Like, what the fuck? What the actual fuck? All right, here we go.
Ukraine is on the side of Israel, and theoretically America, or at least the American president, and now Russia's on the side of Iran. But wait, it gets worse, because Lindsey Graham's last act was demanding that we do sanctions against China and India for doing trade with Russia. So they're now putting China and India on the other side of the war, potentially, right? They haven't taken any physical action yet, kinetic action yet.
Israel is very good allies with India, I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah, very good allies. And don't forget, India and Russia are part of BRICS.
There you go.
India's the I. So there's a lot of economic cooperation there. Like what?
Yeah.
They're not. India is not going to do anything, and neither is China. To be honest, they haven't really provided a lot of military stuff because they have a really good relationship with the Israelis as well. So, as they say, what design in Israel, built in China. So.
And this guy, I can't believe he's getting away with being so bad at form. I'm a fucking novice, and this guy's like, he gets paid to do this shit. He's fucking horrendous. Like, just missing certain stories here, like not just like some stories, but those things that are missing are like major parts of the whole narrative you're trying to say. Like, almost like debunks your narrative. And he's like leaving them out. It's like, it's incredible.
Can I just plug something here if you're recording?
Pause.
I just want to plug. Sorry.
Oh.
My bad. That was a really terrible choice in wording. But I just want to talk about Greg McCarran and Jeremy Rothkushel from the Antidote podcast. They were covering this stuff about Russia and Israel and like all their connections, like the geopolitical stuff, like since 2014, like that, there's archives of them, like literally like debunking debunking like Jimmy Dore, and not in some sort of like, oh, they're so stupid. No, like they were coming with like sources that are all on their descriptions. So those are two, or the Antidote podcast with those two is a really good resource for a lot of this stuff in terms of how it's like transpiring right now, because I swear they were like, they've said names like over and over again that like I'm hearing now, where I'm like, oh wait, what is this? Like they were talking about the Secretary of Commerce, what's his name, Lutnick, since 2015, and like all of his connections and stuff. And I'm like, holy shit! Like you guys were kind of, because they were very frustrated with the alternative media as well. So that's why they started making their own videos and doing their own shows. So, but yeah, I just wanted to.
Do they have
shout them out?
Do they have their work like archived somewhere? Do they have like a?
Yeah, they have. They're on
YouTube
Odyssey. Oh,
or
I can drop the
Odyssey?
links.
Okay.
I'll send the Odyssey and the Spotify.
Okay.
links. Yeah.
So that will be linked in the description box.
Mhm.
I mean, probably within the first 10 minutes of listening to them, if it's the way you're making it sound, you'll already outflank Cenk Uygur when it comes to information, potentially.
Oh yeah. Yeah. They actually interviewed Cenk like randomly because they were at some rally in DC like years and years ago. And they were talking to him about some like Tulsi Gabbard stuff, which he was agreeing with them on because at the time he was supporting Bernie.
Yeah,
but,
and they had to get rid of Tulsi. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking Game of Thrones. And this is the old fuck with the chains around his neck, pretending to be like a limp, but in reality he's doing squats and push-ups in the background that no one sees. He is he is that used car salesman. He is that guy. You could smell it up and down his rhetoric. But all right.
Because I think one of the things they were asking him about was like the Israel-Russia connection when they were talking about the Russiagate stuff. It's like, oh yeah, okay, like yes, Russia and Israel, and like kind of trying to make these connections. And he was like, yeah, I don't really know about that kind of thing. It's all in the archives.
Okay.
I'll drop it.
I was saying something like that with when I looked into what's his fucking name, General Flynn, right? That guy.
Mike.
Where in the headlines, right, on the front page of the newspaper, he's getting in trouble for potentially coordinating with Russia somehow. But in reality, he was actually coordinating more so with Israel. Funny enough, but that was somehow left out of the news. But on the mainstream networks, it was about Russia. When it comes to trying to get like favoritism, or hey, when Trump gets into office, I can get you this or get you that. He was doing that more so for Israel than Russia at all.
Absolutely. They actually have shows about that specifically.
There you
And like even some of the connections, like I found out about the Eric Prince China stuff from their show, which was really interesting. Like Eric Prince doing private intelligence, military mercenary things for China, like in Africa. Just kind of all those connections, and Eric Prince's obvious connections to Israel, but like that General Flynn thread is also chock full of just like the creepiest people, like the Roger Stones, like just all of these other random generals. It's just
it's crazy. Yeah, fucking, we live in a crazy fucking planet, bro, with weirdos, and somehow all the weirdos made it famous. There's some regular people out there too, but it's just these weirdos. They take the fucking cake, man. It is what it is. But all right, let's keep playing. I'm sure it'll keep going down a dog shit direction because Jank is dog shit, and Anna is too. Let's hit play. Here we go.
But now we're financially putting them on the other side of that. Now it's not anywhere near an exaggeration to say, yeah, this is what a world war looks like.
In fact, now that it appears the United States is increasingly overextended, North Korea is openly talking about making moves to reconnect with South Korea.
Feels random. Okay.
Oh, super interesting.
Yeah, that's in the news as well. Maybe I'll do a deeper story on that tomorrow. But yeah, I am worried because this war against Iran has already snowballed. And what's even more concerning is the various individuals involved in promoting support toward Ukraine. And one of those people happens to be Laura Loomer, who recently did a complete 180 on Ukraine. And I want to show you a little of what she had to say during her meeting with Zelensky and what she felt after her visit. Take a look.
So I'm sure what's going to come up here is the thing I showed before, the Azov battalion, and these guys are considered Nazis. And how is this person that screams anti-Semitism all the time, working alongside or talking with Laura Loomer? Like, how's it happening, right? Or sorry, how is she sitting with a Azov battalion leader guy?
Well, really quick, you know who else Laura Loomer just made amends with as well is India. Right before her trip to Ukraine. So it's kind of interesting that she's like kind of trying to create bridges with these governments that are very important to Israel.
You hear that? Modi!
It's old school Yell Brick Road shit. Throwback. No, but
you guys hear about those protests in India, by the way?
No. What happened?
Something to do with the education over there.
Their
education. Yeah, their education minister just had to resign.
I don't know.
Something that's apparently pretty heinous. I'm not caught up on it, but I just know that some crazy shit's happening over there right now.
Well, when I think of teachers and people resigning, I usually think of someone's touching kids at that point. I'm just saying. Just being honest, it's my first thought. Like, if someone touched a kid, okay. Uproar. Got it. You got to resign. Get the fuck out.
I don't think it was anything to do with child abuse.
It's only America. Okay, fair enough.
Okay, I just put both of their channels in the
archive.
Archive, yeah. Just FYI. But yeah, no, I just found it interesting that she went to India, like made amends after she, said that they like have shit all over their streets and don't practice hygiene. And then now she's like going to Ukraine to make amends for, I guess, calling them all Nazis and calling Zelensky a globo homo gay disco dancer. So
Jesus Christ.
Interesting.
It's almost funny.
I mean,
almost.
If you want to say like movie looking shit. This is where I would agree with Anna Kasparian here, even though I was probably saying it beforehand, of like the teams kind of picking like on the surface, right, of teams shifting in a certain direction and they're gathering each other. Like, oh my god, that does look like World War III in that sense, which is was already there. Was already there. Like you can see it potentially between like what region would be fighting what region and all that stuff. But now it just feels like way more fake when I hear Anna saying that. Then I see what Laura Loomer's doing. Then I see how Trump's moving, and then Zelensky's moving, and then Putin, and then fucking Netanyahu, Iran, and all these other fucking Gulf countries. And the way they're all moving, it looks like fucking theater of like they're trying to build it, trying to build, you know, the scenario where this plays out almost. And, so,
and apparently,
and they won't be fighting.
Ukraine's next.
Right?
Apparently, Ukraine and Iran almost came to blows the other day.
That's why That's why this video is happening, right? That's why it's happening.
Oh, okay.
That's why they're making this
So they're
video.
talking about that in particular, then.
Yes.
That's like that's like probably the entire story. That's been all over the news.
But yeah,
I didn't know. But just got here.
Fair enough. But these guys, like, once again, they'll be in bunkers. They'll be in their offices. They'll be super security around them. But you guys, not you guys, but
me.
Yeah, some people, the dupes, will be on the battlefield killing each other. It is what it is. Like it is what it is.
I'm already there. I'm already there.
So I'm just saying.
Waiting.
Even that little simulation of a draft, even that like idea. Once again, that could be all bullshit and a different version of theater for a different reason, but it could also lead to the thing happening. And yeah. Scary.
And they obviously don't think they have to put that much effort into their propaganda anyway, because because I mean, like after that, what was it? The picture of like the assassination attempt of Trump or something. The
fight.
Yeah, like the
fight.
Oh yeah, the shit with his ear.
No, like in the news when they were covering it, and they were like, "Oh, like it was Iran who hired this guy to kill Trump," and here's the picture they gave him.
Yeah,
of, like, how to do it.
I keep seeing
I'm like dead ass. Like that's one of the dumbest things I've ever seen. Like
a page ripped out of your spiral fucking notebook.
Yeah.
Like
I'm just like, whoa, like you guys don't care.
Yeah. And
this is scary. Like kind of like unless it's kind of like, wait, are people this dumb? Like, wait.
Well, here's the thing. Here's where it gets a little bit crazier. Is kind of like you can like let's say there's like two people right somehow around each other. If you get one tricked enough and they go punch the other guy guy's like, yo, you just fucking punch me, I'm gonna punch you back, and then that's all you need at that point, right? Someone could be like, yo, fuck the government, I don't fucking care about this shit, but then boom, their city gets bombed. Now they're like, fuck, you know what? They fucking hit us, we're gonna hit them back. And that's all you need. And then the devil takes it away from there. Like, yep, gotcha, bitch. Let's go. Now we're in.
Yeah.
You guys are fucking idiots with no gumption, no sense of morality. Just regular dudes. Like, hey man, the Joker's gonna hit your house one day. You might as well learn now before that happens. But they don't do that. Anyways, let's hit play. Here's the Laura Loomer segment talking to Zelensky, I guess. Here we go.
I'm out.
Yep. Here we go.
During her meeting with Zelensky and what she felt after her visit. Take a look.
I've received messages all day from different people in media and politics and people just who follow me online who said, wow, I didn't realize how much we've been lied to.
I'm not even trying to be mean. Hold on.
Wow, you really opened my eyes.
I just
She
can't
fun of her
move
looks,
her
aren't you?
face.
Yeah.
It's like, girl, I'm sorry. Like, this is fresh. I'm sorry. I'm really, like, I know this is a really serious topic, but like dead ass. Like this woman is younger than me.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know. I'm like on like just girl to girl, you know, it's okay. Like smile wrinkles are okay. It's okay.
I'm not trying to reach too far, but
Yeah.
The easiest
come on,
controlled
Jordan.
are the ones that, lack of self-esteem. The easiest controlled, probably on planet Earth.
Like just go to the gym, take some collagen. There's so many things you can do to to get your elasticity back. Anyway, go ahead.
Or just be a good person. You know, you could do that. And
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. Yes.
you can get plastic surgery or not, and
Or
don't
don't
someone will
inject
love
poison
you
in your
for it.
face. Yeah. Don't inject poison in your face,
Yeah.
or in your veins, or in your heart. But yes, most importantly, your heart.
All right. All right. Let's start. Let's start it
So
over.
I just had
Let's
to
start
say
over.
that because it was too like, whoa, okay.
I
That's
made an accidental joke earlier. I'm like, these people are plastic, and her face was on screen. I'm like, oh shit.
fucked up.
I'm like, oops. I didn't mean her. I meant like
In your defense, Jordan, in your defense, nobody made her do it.
listen, Joe. All women are beautiful. Okay.
Yeah.
Carry that
But
to the
it's just,
grave
it
with you.
sucks if you can't move your face, dude. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that shit does nerve damage to your face.
Yes.
I do think it's fucked up when they use the Saw guy, Jigsaw or something like that, and they showed.
They do that shit to her that shit is always in our comments. I'm like, y'all need to chill.
That Iranian Lego shit, bro. I mean, just utter disrespect, bro. Fucking crazy. But all right, let's keep it moving. Yeah, let's hear the interview. Here we go.
She felt after her visit. Take a look.
I've received messages all day from different people in media and politics and people just who follow me online who said, wow, I didn't realize how much we've been lied to. Wow, you
She's
really
so
opened
fake.
my eyes.
Such a
Or
faker.
wow, that I had no idea that they had tougher anti-Semitism laws in Ukraine than they have in the United States, right?
Oh my
And
God.
people really honestly believe in the United States that this is a country run by Nazis and that this country is full of Nazis. That's what people believe. And I mean, I was shocked too. I had no idea. I came here and I had to learn all this information myself, but I was consuming media that was propaganda.
So
Oh my fucking God, dude. She is horrendous. Dear Lord. Like, there's some things like I can get people that are fans of TYT, but if you're a Laura Loomer fan, I can't. You make no sense to me. You're a fucking alien at that point. Like, where are you from? Who are these people? There's no fucking way. I just realized we were being lied to. I'm like, oh my God, fuck. Give her a Nickelodeon Kids Award for acting or some shit like that. She's horrendous. She is the worst of the worst. She's dumb as rocks too. Her tweets are the dumbest things I've ever seen in fucking human existence. Somehow someone's following that lady. I don't get it. I don't get it. Anyways, let's hit play without laughing too hard. Here we go.
during her trip to Ukraine, Laura Loomer toured.
What'd you say?
I fear for the future of our species, Jordan.
They're gonna drop the nukes. Don't worry. Anyways, actually, there's no Gen Z people into Laura Loomer. There's no fucking chance. There's no young people into Laura Loomer, in her content, in her politics. No fucking chance. Here we go.
Propaganda.
So during her trip to Ukraine, Laura Loomer toured the Skyfall drone facility, which Senator Lindsey Graham had visited
James
shortly
Bond.
before he died. And the Wall Street Journal reports that Trump and Loomer have talked on the phone several times since her trip. She explained her change of heart by saying she was tricked by Russian propaganda and praised Zelensky as a wartime leader and an essential ally. And Politico Playbook, by the way, reported something today that I think is extremely concerning because Laura Loomer already has a lot of influence over the Trump administration, and it looks like she's seeking more. They write that Lindsey Graham's death has left Washington debating who might take on his mantle as the influential and effective war hawk in President Donald Trump's ear, because apparently there aren't enough. Laura Loomer apparently raises her hand, has a name in mind. Loomer told Politico, maybe that person has to be me. I'm not saying I'm going to run for Senate, but I would.
Oh God.
Look at the caption they have under Laura Loomer's name. Documented mental patient and Zionist warmonger. Like, that's fucked up, but that's kind of funny. I won't lie. That's kind of funny. That's like snuck in there. They don't even like say it. Like no one mentioned. They just have it on screen. That's kind of. I'll give them credit. That's kind of funny. But yeah, she is crazy. She's a crazy person. She's out of her fucking mind.
I'm having a lot of trouble seeing the issue with that.
It's just he did it for comedy. It worked. It hit. I'll give him credit for that one.
What do they do?
Okay, when they bring up when they bring up Laura Loomer's like a quote of hers, right? The TYT style showing a quote of someone. Look at the caption under her name, like how they like sometimes it's like, oh, CBS correspondent or ABC anchor person or you know, senator of Iowa, right? But look what look what they put here. Here we go.
Okay.
Raises her hand, has a name in mind. Loomer told Politico, maybe that person has to be me.
Documented
I'm
mental
not saying I'm
patient
going to
and
run
Zionist
for Senate,
warmonger.
but I would like to serve as an envoy for
Y'all could have
President
just left
Trump.
that blank.
Yeah. So
Y'all could have just left that
Loomer's an
blank.
interesting wild card. So when you see Ben,
They snuck it in there. They're not even talking about it. It's just there on your screen.
They're not. There's like, yep.
I mean, I'm giving them credit. That's hilarious. That's very funny.
It might not even be them. It might be like their fucking.
Can you imagine some guy in the
Their, like,
background
producer.
snuck it in
Yeah.
there? Like
Yeah.
whoever
It's
did
like,
that,
who does this?
I'm giving them credit, man. That's actually that's comedy. All right.
Whoever did that shit, give him a fucking pay raise.
That's hilarious. Fuck me. All right, here we go. It is fucked up, but it's fucking funny.
They know she's
And
the committed. That's funny.
it's kind of true.
Candace
though.
always saying that. I'm gonna commit. I'm like, yo, it's like your father told me you were in a mental institution. It's like,
Ah, shit. But she is crazy. Though. She's a crazy person. Like that's clear as day to me.
they're both insane.
Yes.
Candace should have been in there with her anyway. Either way. Play or do your
Jordan,
commentary. I don't
say
actually think that
straitjacket
people should be in
think
mental
Candy wears.
institutions. It's just, it's rich coming from Candy.
Yeah. Well, people haven't found out yet that she's out of her fucking mind. But what's up, Bly? Here we go.
Serve as an envoy for President Trump.
yeah. So here's my sense of what's happened because Laura Loomer is such an interesting wild card. So when you see Ben Shapiro and Mark Levin talking, they almost always have the exact Israeli talking point that Netanyahu is trying to put out, that Rupert Murdoch's media organizations put out. So and by the way, U.S. congressmen and senators put out. You can see it and we track it, and it's identical. I believe those people are directly coordinating with the Israeli government. Now, on the other hand, you have people who are loosely just love Israel, but I don't think are coordinating with the Israeli government, like Jake Tapper, Dana Bash, etc. Their gut instinct is always Israel is right, Muslims are the enemy, etc. And so they help, but just because of, I think, their natural inclinations, etc.
You think Jake Tapper and Dana Bash are authentic, genuine people when they say stupid shit on the fucking news? Get the fuck out of it. Like, get
My ass cheeks.
You can't be this stupid and make it this far, right? That shouldn't be a thing ever, right? Okay.
Apparently,
Yeah.
you can be that stupid.
Okay.
I think
Listen,
that's the requirement, Jordan.
Yeah.
well, you don't have to say Jake Tapper works for, Israel, but he definitely works for something. This guy, like, he's not right to me. Same with Dana Bash. There's something not right going on with those two. So
Well, yeah, he worked for Ted. What's his name?
Turner,
Ted Turner.
Well,
I guess.
So,
used
I don't know. Is that
dead
better?
now.
Although I don't think Ted Turner's passing down like do this or do that. He's
You know what I mean.
he's some
But
dumb
st-
fuck
it's
rich
like-
guy, in my opinion.
Yeah. But still.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, he's too dressing up as Captain Planet.
I mean, my thing was like Ted Turner's got fucking bosses too, basically. But
Yeah.
Essentially.
So did the Israeli government.
exactly.
Yeah.
But all right, here we go.
And so they help, but just because of, I think, their natural inclinations, etc. Then Laura Loomer is an interesting one because you think like, wait, she's like more Israel first than anyone, right? Not exactly. So before she hated
Bringing it
India,
up.
she hated Ukraine, right? And then all of a sudden during the campaign, if you remember, 2024 campaign, Trump and Loomer started hanging out a lot. And then there's the pictures of Trump holding Loomer, etc. Next thing you know, Trump wins and Laura Loomer keeps going to the White House and firing people. Now, that's an extraordinary amount of power for a dingbat to have, let alone one that really has no audience. I don't even know what she does. Does she do a podcast? I don't even know,
It's
right?
so fucked up,
So
but
she
hilarious.
has like
Does investigative
out of nowhere, one of
reporting.
the most radical people,
You've
social
been
media
lumered.
You've been
influencers
lumered,
in the country, but
bitch.
with almost no followers.
Yeah, she does a show on Rumble, I think.
Yeah. Okay. I guess. Okay. And she gets to go to the
asshole.
White House. She's
This
like, I
is
want
so
that guy
fucked up.
fired. That
She's
guy
gonna do a
fired.
show about
But how
this.
does she even know who to fire? At that point, I believe she starts coordinating with the Israelis. Now, this is my guess. We'll have to, if we ever get an honest American president, all of this should be deeply
First of all,
investigated.
she's always coordinated with the Israelis, and even when Matt Gaetz had all this shit go down when he was saying, "Oh, the Israeli government's like was spying on me or trying to like blackmail me or whatever,"
Yeah.
he was like, "The reason why I got out of it is because of Laura Loomer," and he's not the first person to say that. Just saying. Even Nick Fuentes, a lot of the way that he was able to, he met Kanye, I think, through Laura Loomer, like she introduced him or something.
Now, there's no fucking chance that this dumb fuck lady is so
No, she just knows someone who knows someone who knows someone. You know what I mean?
Fucks my head up, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Her being a centerpiece in anything fucks my head up. It just does. Like, even if she's, once again, she could be playing dumb. Her playing dumb is dumb as fuck. It's like, even that's stupid. Like, there's no fucking way. Maybe she's like just dedicated towards doing devil worshipping shit around the planet. Maybe that she's like hardcore dedicated, black robes at nighttime type shit. I don't know, but there's no fucking way this lady, bro. No fucking chance. I can't believe it. No way. I will never believe that shit. Not with this.
She's
What do
willing
you
to
call
do
her? A
it. No one else
dingbat?
will. And you know where she said she got her training? What is it? That what are they? The vigilante journalists. What's his name? James
Oh, James O'Keefe.
something.
James O'Keefe.
O'Keefe, yes.
Okay.
What was his thing called? His
Veritas?
undercover shit?
Yeah, Project.
yes,
Veritas.
Project Veritas. She said she got her training at Project Veritas.
But all I can think of is the
That's what she's
video, like, you're like an Aryan, aren't you? Like, she's like, what the fuck is this? He's like hammered, just
I have no idea.
hitting on a random guy at a bar. Like, it's like, what the fuck? She's certified out of her fucking mind. I kid you not. Like, overtly out of her mind. Whatever. Okay. Let's play though. Let's hear where Jenks' theory goes to. Here we go.
And she gets to go to the White House. She's like, I want that guy fired, that guy fired. But how does she even know who to fire? At that point, I believe she starts coordinating with the Israelis. Now, this is my guess. We'll have to, if we ever get an honest American president, all of this should be deeply investigated with no preconceived notions, but we'll have the evidence, dictate where it goes. And maybe I'm not right? But what I see with my eyes is all of a sudden she gains extraordinary power. Then she flips on India, goes to India and goes, oh, India, we love you now. All of a sudden you love India. Why? Israel's trying to infiltrate India, right?
I mean, they're open about
Wait,
it.
what?
Yeah, and they sent a whole bunch.
Wait, what?
What?
What's
They're
that?
both part of BRICS. Like, are we stupid?
Trying to infiltrate
what?
India? No, they're coordinating
Israel
with
is
their
basically
friends and
an honorary
teammates.
member of like BRICS, in my opinion. Just because of like the business deals, like with China,
Yeah.
with
well,
Brazil, with
Actually.
like I don't know, it's with all of them.
There's nothing to infiltrate. They've already done the handshake.
And South Africa too, South Africa and India. I mean Australia.
I'm looking at all
But
these
yeah.
gangsters like they've already been working together. They're
Yeah.
it's like
But I'm
they're
just saying
owners of
specifically in
sports
terms of-
teams watching their players play each other and fight against each other, right? But they're in
Yeah.
the owner's box chilling out. Like
Yeah.
at the end of the day, they're negotiating against the players on the field, right? Or on the
And, like,
court.
and what does that even mean? Israel's trying to infiltrate India? Like
I
there's
don't know.
already an established relationship. Like I'm confused. Like, are they not aware?
It's to add to the lore of what Israel, the modern day
Oh, okay,
take on
okay.
Israel right now. He's car salesman, car salesmaning in that direction. Like he's doing that.
I think I got a better visual for this, Jordan. This is like a really fucked up game of The Sim.
I don't know what that is. But
Subs
remember
is
The Sims?
a Sims dick rider, so you can't bring that up. You can't
this
nothing. You can't
Oh,
nothing
Sims, The
derogatory
Sims?
towards the Sims.
Yeah, this is like a
Oh,
really
I've never played,
fucked up
but
game to
I
set.
have.
Wait, what?
I know people who have.
Wait a
I
minute.
never played.
You were dick riding that
Excuse
game,
you?
weren't you? Am I tripping?
No, that was one of my students.
Oh my god.
She did her informative speech on it.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So I learned about it because she was complaining about the I don't know, pay to play. Like it's changed, and they want you to like pay money to have cool suits or whatever. And I'm like,
No,
Well, yeah,
no,
EA
no.
ruins fucking.
Whenever gaming's brought up, you bring up Need for Speed and the fucking Sims. That's
First of
my
all, I don't bring up Need for Speed. I bring up Midnight Club, Dub
Midnight
Edition,
Club,
Midnight
whatever.
Club 3,
Whatever.
Dub Edition.
Whatever.
Oh, so interesting because I think it's the same people who make GTA, which is the most popular video game. So you're trying to act like the people that
I don't know why your voice got loud like that. But
aren't known. Maybe I have good
I
taste.
don't know why your voice got loud right there, but like with such confidence like that. But okay.
Yeah, because I made the same argument to James the other day. So
Okay.
I've had practice.
Fair enough. Good for you. Fair enough.
Thank you. Yeah, I have good taste.
But on paper, with the conflict between, or the tension, conflict, whatever you want to call it, between India and Pakistan, it's been blatant that Israel's picked India, right? And that on paper, once again, not saying it's real, that it's not wrestling at all. It's just more so like on paper.
Yeah, it's like Hindus
Geopolitically,
against Islam, Israelis against
Exactly.
Islam. Yeah, it's like, the world jihad, communist, whatever.
Exactly. And Modi's like, I love Israel. I love it. Modi!
The Marxist, communist, Nazi, Islamist coalition.
There you go.
Something like that. Yeah, that's what Mark Levin says, so I assume.
Mark Levin's 5. He
The
doesn't.
biggest
I'm serious.
truth teller of our times. There it is.
Yes.
Mark Levin.
Dead ass. He just tells you what they're doing. He's like, yeah,
Hiding in
yeah.
plain
India
sight.
has the same problem that Israel has. Islam, global jihad. Yeah.
Fucking hell. All right, let's keep playing. Here we go.
Influencers to India. Remember, you hate Muslims, hate Muslims, hate Muslims. Help us in destroying and murdering Muslims, right? So then she was so against Ukraine in that war.
In words?
And maybe like in terms of being fervent and strident, maybe one of the most strident against Ukraine in that war. Now she flips on that, a total 180. And she's like, I have concluded on my own that Israel's on Ukraine's
just to add
side.
to the
So
context really quickly.
Yeah.
This just like popped into my head, but she started doing this Ukraine thing very recently, but it was after she had this like very violent reaction to Candace Owens and Tucker Carlson going to Russia, and she's very against them. So I feel like there's also that dynamic where it's like, oh, you want to go to Russia? I'm going to go to Ukraine.
I can't go there. That's so much. Once again, that is so theater sounding to me.
But but that's what I'm telling you. Like that, I feel like that's part of the fucking, because she had an issue with Candace going there with her family, taking all these pictures. She's like, why is she there? She needs to be questioned.
Stop her at the airport. Frisk her right now.
And then she's in love with Vladimir Zelensky. I'm like, okay. And then she was like, because she was posting tweets saying like, oh, all these people who are, super against Ukraine, like you were brainwashed like me. Like, I know that the liberals made a huge stink about Russiagate, but like there was some truth to that. We shouldn't just like throw the baby out with the bathwater. She's been talking about this. So.
My God.
Yeah. I don't know. But this is like right after, especially Candace went to Russia. She's like, I don't know. I feel like she started scheming like, I need to get to Ukraine.
Candace is sneaking Russian bread back into America. You need to frisk her at the fucking airport.
It's not pasteurized. It's illegal cheese.
All right. Here
Anyway.
Here we go.
I have concluded on my own that Israel's on Ukraine's side. So all of a sudden, we love Ukraine. There are no Nazis in Ukraine. Remember how I was telling you there was Nazis in Ukraine?
Israel was giving weapons to Ukraine.
No.
Israel was giving weapons to Ukraine for even like in the beginning of their war with Russia, right? And it's like still like mainly coming from the U.S. manufacturing, but still.
They didn't really advertise that, and even Netanyahu, when he was asked about that, said that they just want there to be a resolution, right? He didn't say anything against Vladimir Putin, like ever.
Yeah. Oh, well,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter because
Mhm.
once again, Putin's in the owner seat. The
Yeah.
players on the field or on the court, they're the ones fighting and dying and all that stuff. But the owner's in the owner's box. They're chilling.
Yeah.
Well, the face of the owners that represents the owner on paper to the news, right?
Yeah.
The Trumps, the Netanyahus, the Putins, the Zelenskys, they're the face of the of the owners, if you will. Same from in my opinion, at least. That's what I'm saying.
No, absolutely. But I just I agree with that. I just mean like it's just something that I remember specifically when that like news came out or whatever, saying, "Oh, like look at even Israel's funding Ukraine." I think Netanyahu was asked about it, and he just had this very like vague kind of like mealy mouth answer or response. It wasn't even an answer; it was just a response to something that was not asked. But yeah, it's just interesting.
I mean, fair enough. Let's keep going. Here we go.
Total 180. And she's like, I'm hearing, I mean, I have concluded on my own that Israel's on Ukraine's side. So all of a sudden, we love Ukraine. There are no Nazis in Ukraine. Remember how I was telling you there was Nazis in Ukraine? No. There's only Israelis. I mean, our interest, American interest.
House.
So I don't know what happened between Laura Loomer and Donald Trump. I don't know if that's affected anything else. But she right there is kind of admitting, look, Israelis always need a warmonger in Trump's ear at a bare minimum, right? So now that our beloved Lindsey Graham has passed.
Because Trump is the decider of all things American government apparatus. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out. That stuff like that, especially because he's American talking to Americans, right? And the majority of the audience are Americans. They're like, oh my God, it's up to the big dog in the White House. It's always up to them. Meaning, like, you can whisper in their ears, and then they'll do this or do that. Versus, like, no, there's already like a set thing going on, and they're just going through the motions. They're following the game plan. At most, I think you get is like speeches, and not saying they're against what's happening. By the way, they are with it. Like, yeah, I'm with it. I love this fucking devil worshipping policy, destroying people's lives. I'm with that, no problem. Right, to get business done, I'm with it, for sure. But are they the sole decider of things? Fuck out of here. No fucking chance. I believe that. No chance. If that ends up being like true, I'd be like, fuck me. I'd like reassess all of politics from now on because I'm wrecked by that. If that was
Trump has been in charge the whole time.
Yeah,
of everything.
I'd be wrecked by that.
Well, it's either like he's in charge of everything, like in this way that Jank is saying it, or it's like the Tucker Carlson kind of saying, he's just like under the spell of like Zionism or something.
Yeah,
like he's eye on
That this all makes it under his power, as in like he decides what happens here or there, and it's like get the actual fuck out of here. No fucking chance. I believe that. I can't say I know, but like I'm still like no fucking chance. I believe that one. No way. These guys line up way too much from one administration to the other. Too much. They line up way too much for it to be like these are independent people making independent decisions like that. Get the fuck out of here. No way about it. But all right, here we go.
Admitting, look, Israelis always need.
By the way, they use the. Because you guys weren't here when they said this before. They used the Oval Office thing with Zelensky, right? With JD Vance and Trump saying you had no cards, right? You have no cards to play, right? The so-called argument in the Oval Office with Zelensky. They used that to say like, hey, Trump was mad at Zelensky. In fact, he held back weaponry for like a couple days. But the weaponry like went out anyways. It did. They still were giving NATO and through NATO giving Ukraine all these fucking things. Like that was already like, but they took it at what they looked at was that Oval Office argument and saying like, oh, see, look, Trump was mad at him or Trump was against Ukraine, but now he's for it. It's so surprising. They're like setting up that narrative of the thing that I think is distracting us or making us miss the point as regular people watching these news headline stories go by. I'm like, There's no way you're that stupid. You have too many resources, man. You know too many people. There's no fucking way that you're just going with. Well, they were arguing in the Oval Office. That's why, you know, that's why it was bad back then. But now it's a good relationship. Like, get the fuck out of here.
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, anonymous White House source. Trump's really mad at Netanyahu. He had a bad phone call with him. Anonymous source. Joe Biden had an angry phone call with Netanyahu. What is that actually?
Shout out to Barack
No,
Obama.
anonymous source. JD Vance tried to stop them from bombing Iran.
Exactly.
Like dead ass. It's like, who is this anonymous source?
And if I took
Anyway,
TYT at face value, they fell for it, I guess.
Shit.
Or sorry, they for that to be reality. And I'm like, there's no fucking way. No fucking way. I mean, that'd be incompetence stacked on top of itself. To what I think, I don't know, exponentially stacking itself. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, you introduce that much incompetence to the ecosystem, the whole thing falls apart.
It should, unless it's coordinated and PR version of incompetence that TYT apparently is falling for, I guess. But all right, let's keep playing. Here we go.
I don't know what happened between Laura Loomer and Donald Trump. I don't know if that's affected anything else. But she right there is kind of admitting, look, Israelis always need a warmonger in Trump's ear at a bare minimum, right? So now that our beloved Lindsey Graham has passed, and Lindsey, good job. You made it to the end without us releasing the tapes. Okay, now we need someone else to step in and be that asset, right? And here she's literally raising her hand now, saying, "I'll be the Israeli asset." Oh, we're friendly with India. Now we love Ukraine in the war. Great. Now we love the Ukraine war. Why? Because now Israel, not now. She now realizes Israel loves Ukraine. And by the way, this is a.
But before he goes on with this story, so he's saying that Lindsey Graham was an Israeli agent tricking Donald Trump into doing certain foreign policy actions. So that is Tucker or Joe Kent or one of these idiots out here that people are falling for. That is the same narrative, basically. Maybe a different twist on it, but same at the end of the day, same thing. And now he's saying because Lindsey Graham died randomly that Laura Loomer is now that
she's volunteered to take a spot.
She's the hand of the king, I guess. Game of Thrones language. She's the hand of the king. Got it.
Yeah.
What's it? You guys brought
which
things
is why
up.
Now which is how he's trying to explain her sudden shift. Even though she was already having this quote unquote shift before Lindsey Graham passed away, because she was talking about how Russiagate might not have all been fake or whatever.
Yeah, but why not consider
liberal
that her takes before were fake, and her new takes are also
absolutely.
fake as well? Why can't he do that?
Yeah,
because
but even if he were to say that everything she said was true, it still doesn't line up with whatever timeline he's going with anyway.
What do you want him to do, Jordan? Ruin all this frustration?
It's just fascinating, I'd say, at the very least. Like the things you guys brought up and the things I was saying before you guys got here. It's like if I take that logic that we've all said and put it next to what Jenk's going with, like especially the information that's there that these guys are not reporting on or saying at all, it looks like fucking nonsense, man. From Jenk, it's like overly incompetence. You know what I'm saying? Like overly that, not just like, hey, you got this thing wrong here or this thing wrong here. It seems like it's like over the top wrong. And it's just like,
yeah, it has to be purposeful at that point.
Well, it's just like, what the fuck?
No other answer.
This is the fallback for people when they're done with Rachel Maddow or Wolf Blitzer or
Jake Tapper
or Sean Hannity. Their fallback is this is the world they fall back to. That's when I was like start looking at the audience like, yo, what's going on in your guys? Like, what's up with you guys? What's up with that?
Yeah. Who the fuck is next? Jesse Kelly?
Who's that?
He's a radio host. Another jackass.
Okay.
I don't know who that is.
I'm on with the like Fox News, but that's Jesse Waters, right?
Yeah.
And like I think I mixed that with Megyn Kelly. Mentally, I'm like, it sounds like a Fox News person. I don't know. Jesse
He does.
Kelly.
Well, he does. Just listen to him talk for 5 minutes.
Fair enough. All right, let's keep playing this. Almost over.
But I made that mistake too.
I just kind of like merged these characters together, but all right.
The only person's radio show I listen to is C-SPAN and Mark Lewin. So.
To get the real news.
Yep.
All right, here we go.
War, great. Now we love the Ukraine war. Why? Because now Israel, not now, she now
loved it.
realizes Israel loves Ukraine. And by the way, this is a funny, a little bit ironic compliment to Laura Loomer that she wasn't always in the tank for Israel. Like she.
Are you sure? I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, no, because if she.
Okay, now forgive me. Once again, I watched a lot of TV shows and movies. That sounded so coordinated. Just their dialogue right there sounded so weird. Wait, what are you talking about? Like that's just screamed weird to me, but it's my intuition popping up. I'm not saying that's true or not. I'm just saying like that's just sounded weird. It's like you know like characters where they wait for the other person to talk and then they versus like people like talking over each other sometimes because it's just natural, right?
Mm-hmm. Like organic overlap versus kind of
Yeah.
Whatever.
Okay. Here we go.
It does sound pretty rehearsed.
It sounded weird. Like sounded like a fake. Oh, wait a minute. Like, okay. Here we go.
Compliment to Laura Loomer that she wasn't always in the tank for Israel. Like she.
Are you sure? I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, no, because if she was getting the same coordinated orders that it appears Shapiro and Levin and the others are getting.
No, Shapiro's a real believer. He doesn't need orders. Like
I know, but he has the same exact talking points.
No, okay, that's fair.
Right?
That's fair, yeah.
But before Loomer didn't seem to have the talking points because she was against Ukraine and she was against India, right?
Loomer's a mental patient.
I did not mean to pause it. Like I was trying to pause it before that. That's
No, don't apologize. That's perfect.
It's just yeah. I don't know. It's like they're almost like flipping their character narrative over as well, right? Because they're like, oh my god, Jake was saying before he got showed up, he was saying like, yeah, I was in favor of Ukraine, but now that Laura Loomer and Israel is doing this with Ukraine, you know what? I'm against Ukraine now. Like, wait a minute.
Now they're all Nazis. Yeah.
He also said some weird statement of like, we've been giving you guys everything, and now you're like win your war or stop it, right? Like win your war or stop asking for help or money and weapons. He said that earlier.
Win your war or stop it.
Like, you want us to help you for like 100 years or something? Like, we can't do that. It's like,
yeah, this guy's such a dick.
Yeah,
it's weird.
It's
American
weirdos right there.
Very much weirdos. But all right, there we go.
That it appears Shapiro and Levin and the others are getting.
No, Shapiro's a real believer. He doesn't need orders. Like
I know, but he has the same exact talking points.
No, okay, that's fair.
Right?
That's fair, yeah.
But before Loomer didn't seem to have the talking points because she was against Ukraine and she was against India.
They get benefits for it.
Say that again. I'm sorry.
A lot of the people who participate in this destruction of Palestine as an entity do it because they get benefits for it.
I'm sure. Yeah, I think like the underlings, sure. Some are actually dedicated to devil worshipping, and Ben Shapiro is one of them. In my humble opinion, he's dedicated.
Have like a fucking summer home over there or whatever.
Yeah, just like if I look at like Officer Tatum, like that guy's like, yeah, I'm taking checks. Yeah, live a good life for myself and my family, right? Ben though, Ben's like, I'm a dedicated devil worshiper, man. I'm into this shit. Bro, I'm dedicated.
Well,
and
both can be true at once.
Well, Ben's also, I think he's dedicated in the sense of being brainwashed. Like he's in that. So it's like even that's like fake too.
That too.
Like a fake dedication to horrendous shit. But all right, let's keep playing now. Here we go.
Believer. He doesn't need orders. Like
I know, but he has the same exact talking points.
No, okay, that's fair.
Right?
That's fair, yeah.
But before Loomer didn't seem to have the talking points because she was against Ukraine and she was against India, right?
Loomer's a mental patient. Like
and my guess is that the Israelis didn't use her, even though she loved Israel, because she's an escaped mental patient, right?
Yeah.
But
Repeating
once she
Candace
became so close to Trump,
They're trying to
they realized that's a useful
roast
person.
her.
Yeah.
Okay. And Laura Loomer also cares deeply about money. And so that's another thing that should be looked into at some point if we ever have an honest American president again. Every time you ring the bell.
Yeah, fuck out of here. Yeah, go give TYT your money, your hard-earned money. Give it to fucking dumb fuck TYT. Go ahead. Anyways, you can see a recommended John Kiriakou, another guy where I'm like, do I trust this person? Not so sure about that.
Yeah.
Just based on rhetoric I've heard. Once again, that didn't do hard investigative shit into like who is this person, what's he about, and all that stuff. But I've heard enough where it's like, like there's levels of like, I leave room for the idea like, man, someone's just like that stupid, right? But then it's like now you're like crossing a threshold where it's like, there's no way you're speaking English right now, but while doing this, you have to be like goo goo gaga, right? You have to be like super dumb. There's no chance. So thus, you scream sus to me, and that guy.
When my brother asked me about him because he saw him on TikTok, and my brother's not. I've told you this before, I think.
Yeah.
Like he's not really like a social media kind of like he's on TikTok, but he doesn't really care about politics stuff like that. But yeah, he was like, "Yeah, have you heard of this guy, John Kiriakou?" I'm like, "Oh my god." Like, where? Why? He's like, yeah, he's like this ex-CIA guy spilling all the tea. I'm like, really? Is that so?
And that's how.
So I guess he's very popular on TikTok.
Yeah, and yes, I remember you bringing that up, and like, there's the authority right there. Like, oh my god, this guy's in the CIA. That's the credibility. Boom. So thus, your ears perk. Okay, he must be legit then, because you can't just like talk against them without being legit, right? Like you were one of them, you left, you're speaking against them, you must be super legit, and that is a thing. Up and down the fucking line. Cenk Uygur and Anna Kasparian. You guys are a part of this establishment thing. Like we viewed you as that, right? For like, let's say like the Trump fan, right?
Yeah.
We viewed you guys as like the Democrats, part of the Democratic Party and all that stuff. But now you're speaking against this or that. You know what? You guys must be legit. Tim Pool.
And all of these things
I was
are
a
converging
Democrat.
together.
Yep. It's like,
You know, I'm just gonna say, like, all of these things seem like they're converging together in a way. Like, because my brother's like quote unquote political education or interest like starts and stops with like Snowfall or some shit. You know, like it's literally like dead ass, like just like The Wire, right? Like that's but or not even to insult him, he would agree with me, be like, yeah, I don't give a fuck about that.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's probably more of like a libertarian if he was gonna label himself. So it's not even somebody in this realm. So that means that like this is crossed over to this other place.
It's like Marvel
Just
movies.
another-
Look at us.
Yeah.
Like Game of Thrones or Marvel movies where they found out the best, sorry, not the best, but the most popular version of storytelling is crossovers. It's,
Yeah.
when a character that is supposed to be separate from another character meets in a TV show, it's like, oh my God, the meeting happened. Iron Man met fucking Captain America. Holy shit. That's not supposed to happen. Batman met Superman. Holy fuck. That's crazy. And now they're doing it with politics, aren't they? The crossovers.
And you said Tim Pool, and that was another person. This is probably in 2020 when my brother asked me about Tim Pool. He was like, "Yeah, have you heard of this Tim Pool guy? He seems like he's got like a kind of an okay take, or maybe a reasonable take. Like he's kind of a moderate or something.
Yeah.
Have you heard of him? He does political commentary." I'm like, "Yeah." And where did you find him? Like, where? How did you discover this man? Why are you asking me? So it's interesting.
Yeah. Well, I mean, listen, LeBron James has a good jump shot because I saw some highlights the other day versus I watched the games play out, and yeah, not that great. Not very good. Like, it is what it is. Like, that's, I mean, I'm telling you, it's kindergarten. I'm telling you right now, it's fucking kindergarten. It's unfortunate that a lot of people will, I guess, won't have a sister like you, I guess, yelling at them or pointing things
Okay,
out.
and then wait, can I just bring up one more person? And it's not to like put my family on blast, but when my mother asked me about the Professor Zhang guy because he was all over Facebook, I was like, like I was dead. I told you about that. I was like, yo. She was like, have you heard this Chinese Nostradamus or whatever? He's this guy predicting. I'm like, oh my god, he's made it to Facebook. He's getting shared on WhatsApp. Like,
Oh, so fucking yeah. That's probably like his actual lane. Is actually like once again, my mom definitely on Facebook. It's like that. Yeah,
that's a demographic. That's like
the truth I never knew existed from Professor
he
Zhang.
was like, well, he was predicting the Iran war and like all. I'm like, oh my god, no, it's not. Yeah, because he went everywhere. He was like with Sneeko. I get with the, like just
Yep.
with everyone. He went everywhere and spoke everywhere.
Yep.
To everybody. I'm like, okay, like you said, like the crossover. It's just interesting.
It is quite interesting. And in fact, the audience feels like they're the ones dictating. I mean, they are actually, but it's kind of like a pseudo sense of dictating things for like the people that are like entrenched, where they feel like they got, Kiriakou to talk to Anna Kasparian or Anna Kasparian to talk to Kiriakou. Like they feel like we got this here. We made this moment happen by, like, yo, Anna, here's $20. Anna, you should have John Kiriakou on.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, John Kiriakou, you should talk to Anna Kasparian. Like they feel like they're like almost like the gaming community, right? Where they see like crossovers of like this streamer over here playing a game with this other streamer over here, and thus it's like it's a mega event now, right? These guys that were never knew each other, now they're best friends, like playing games. And same with politics. It's such an interesting theater like style of things. It's quite interesting.
It's turning into Fortnite, essentially.
Well, it could be. I'll be fair here, right? Where it can just like actually just happen. Maybe that's like the actual likings of people at this point in time.
Yeah.
But still, that's the phenomenon of Dr. Disrespect, like saying your comment out loud on a stream, right? And then if people are like, "Yeah, play a game with this guy, react to this thing, react to that person," right? And they feel more a part of it, and it's a whole thing.
So like
I
the
think.
parasocial relationships kind of
Yes.
form in terms of
Yes,
the content creator.
great. Yes,
It's bad for you.
I'm not saying it's bad. It's just like in
No,
certain
it's
worlds,
massive.
in certain
It's cool.
things, it can get bad for sure. And politics is one
And
of them.
it can be weaponized for sure.
Yes.
Like that's the I mean, with Jimmy Dore, I find it interesting because he doesn't even read his chats. It's just like, yeah, I'm out. Like, just goes, behind the curtain, and then his wife just reads it out. It's like, geez, okay.
Well, like actually, funny. We should bring this up because we were basically their subs in regards to, like, on screen right now, right? You have Cenk Uygur, you have Anna Kasparian, you have John Kiriakou, right? Like we were kind of a part of that in a weird, like we were like lower on the rung, but we're kind of a part of that. In fact,
we're observing the phenomena. Like we're very conscious
not
of
just
it.
observing, we were a part of it. Like people are asking us to collaborate, do this, do that, join this team over here. Maybe not team, but like do this interview, do that interview. Like it's like a weird thing. It's not saying it's weird. Like can be normal. You know what I'm saying? But like it's still like if you look where it goes to. Like we had a chain essentially of like from us to Jimmy Dore, and you can see the names in between that lead that direction. Like you'd see it, and Allie, or you can add her into that, and then like it's, all of that is like it's like these like weird like connection things, and oh my god, the Avengers unite, right? And like the team starts teaming, right? To where somehow me or you are on Jimmy Dore's show, right? Or we do an interview with someone over here and we end up on Jimmy Dore's radar. We end up on his show, like whatever, like these whole like dog shit Marvel Universe thing, right? I mean, like if it was like all healthy, it sounds beautiful, like an idea. Like, hey, people are like-minded people are like-minded, but still unique, talking to each other and engaging with each other. Okay, beautiful, right? But it seems like the idea of content and business. It'd be made more of a sense for too many people, I guess, to where that became like that became like the thing. behind closed doors. For the audience, they're like, "Oh my god, I can't wait for this guy to talk to this person." Right? Like that was the thing. But behind closed doors, it's like it really is like business dealings, and we should team up to do this or team up to do that or yada yada yada. That's quite that's quite interesting. Quite interesting.
And then if you say anything, they'll tell you to stop screaming from the bleachers and shut the fuck up. So
It's an inside joke for YouTube.
shout out to Pasta Jardula. You know I'm quoting you.
Mr. Craig Foster. That what was it? YellBro cake? I forgot what he made.
God, I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
I don't fucking hate Pasta, man. I don't hate him or Steve.
I don't hate
any of these
pasta
guys.
either. No, I do not hate pasta at all. I just, also understand that maybe this is like a business for people, and I just naively thought it was about something more than that. So
Yeah.
I
I hoped.
Oops.
I hoped. I'll say that for myself, but either way,
Yeah.
all right, that's the end of the video. Please subscribe if you feel like. Comment, agree or disagree. Let it be known in the comment section. Listen, Snowfall had a great start. They fucked their ending up. They fucked their last 2 seasons. They fucked it up. So shout out to your brother subs. Snowfall was a good start. It was a good start.
He was obsessed with that show.
I think after John Singleton died, the show kind of went to shit. I won't lie.
Mm.
He kind of died abruptly too. Like he wasn't
I
that
don't think
old.
I made it to the end. I'm not gonna lie.
Not
make it to the
Here's a
end.
spoiler. One spoiler. CGI tiger. That's it. That's my only spoiler. I'll leave that there.
Okay.
But tell us about from TYT and
What did you guys think of the ending of
what do you think of Snowfall? No, but TYT and once again they're saying certain things that make sense and I think hold some weight in regards to being like about reality that we're seeing geopolitically and foreign policy wise. But the things they're leaving out are like big things that kind of mess up their whole little narrative they're going with as they're talking, and that's unfortunate. And also unfortunate, someone's going to fall for that. That's probably the saddest part about that. Someone's going to go with it.
But you know what the thing is, Jordan, though? Like, just to say this, so it's said, there's probably big things that, like, I'm missing, or Jordan, or Joe, or whoever as well. And it's like, hey, for me, it's like, oh, I want to know. Like, what am I missing? Like, please, give me, like, the gaps. Like, please, I would like you to help me fill them in, or if I got something wrong, or, like, I welcome that. So
if one of you guys think I'm missing something, I beg you, tell me.
Yeah, agreed.
But that's kind of, but that's kind of the difference, right? Whereas like, it seems as though with people similar to the people on the screen, if you have an issue with something, it gets taken as like a
insult,
almost like an insult, like like to their very like existence, like almost like I don't know, it's like, oh, they tell you you're moralizing, but it's like, well, yeah, but like, so are you, because you have your own standards as well. So we're all doing that, but I don't know. It's just, it gets taken as something else, or being divisive, or kind of like, kind of the Shama Sawant situation, where you get kind of, you get told that like you're essentially trying to ruin something that has some good in it, even though it's rotten. We should preserve. Yeah. So I don't know.
That actually, good point. And that was one of, I won't lie, that's one of my favorite videos I've ever done, was Kashama on Breaking Points with Ryan Grimm and Crystal Ball, because just the mentalities were just different worlds sounding. And I'm like, God, like, it's almost like they wanted to ask like a stupid question, almost like, well, like, Kashama, like, why are you like a hater? Like, it almost feels like that's almost what they were asking, basically. And it's like the parallels
in different ways over and over again.
Exactly.
Jesus Christ!
But
that's how you get taken.
Yep.
Yeah.
How's your negativity gonna like help us out right now? Like it almost sounds like almost like they wanted to ask that almost.
Yeah. Why are you such a negative ass bitch, Shama Sawant? Huh? Like that's That's what I felt like. I don't know. Just
Stop
kind of.
raining on our parade. Come on, like
Yeah.
we're winning right now. Like things are up and up until they're not.
Yeah.
And when that happens, potentially, if that happens, they won't go back to her and be like, "We're so sorry. Please, whenever you want to join our show, please join. You knew better than us. Help us out." It's probably not going to happen. They'll leap to another situation of hopium potentially, and that's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate to me.
Yeah. But they're like kind of gatekeeping. I don't know. They're kind of aggressive about it. It's like weird. Like I don't know.
It's Kyle screaming, "Get the fuck out of! Stop talking about 9/11. Get the fuck out of the way!" Or what's her name? Debbie. What was her handle or YouTube handle?
Debbie?
What was her? Debbie Lusignan, right? She was the Bernie supporter. She followed around the country. She did fucking camp. She did all this shit for Bernie.
God.
And then she got betrayed. She's like, "Yo, fuck Bernie Sanders. He's a coward. He's not like we see it's rigged. We all see it's rigged, right, guys? Let's call this out." And people are telling her to shut up. Kyle Kalinske was one of them.
Debbie Lusignan.
Yep.
Right? They told her to shut up because listen, you're making Bernie look bad. Stop it. Like Bernie gave up and started folding to the Democratic Party, and she's like, "Yo, this is rigged," and he's not fighting. Like I did all this work for this fucking guy. He's not fighting for what the fuck. So she got pissed off, and then without saying her name, because that'll give her name credibility. It'll give her like PR essentially, right? If you say her name, without saying her name, he didn't say her name, Kyle. That is, he said there's some people that are doing this stuff, and everyone knew back then. Like you're talking about her. Got it. I forgot her YouTube name though. It got deleted.
Sane Progressive, I think.
Yes, Sane Progressive. Exactly. Sane Progressive. Once again, she started doing like conspiracy theory stuff and all that stuff. Like, I'm cool, but personally, I'm cool with that. Like, good. Question everything, please, by all means. But on that political end of things, where she was before she was doing, the conspiracy stuff, where she's like strictly doing political stuff and trying to help Bernie out. Like knocking on doors, probably around the country, and going to events.
Probably phone banking firm too.
Yeah, like around the country. And then she saw like, "Yo, Bernie just got cheated here," but he's not fighting back. What? Why is he accepting this? Why is he, joining hands with Hillary Clinton, saying like, "Yeah, you guys should go vote for Hillary because I lost." When you see like he lost by bullshit reasons, according to her at least, right? And she was like disillusioned at that point. And Kyle said, "Shut the fuck up. Shut up. You're getting in the way of progress." And since then, he's bleached his hair, got some ear piercings, and got more confidence in his dumb fuckery.
Mm-hmm. And then told people who were criticizing Graham Plattner to shut the fuck up, basically. So.
Yep.
Yeah, until a certain story came out.
Well,
he had to turn on him like everybody else.
I think Kyle, based on what I think Anthony's video was from the Vanguard, Kyle might have doubled down, maybe, potentially. But whatever.
Yeah, he said it's not that big of a deal. Like, people are blowing it up. Like, he's over it. He's done talking about it. Now, Al Saeed, though, he's a winner.
And it's like, I'm telling you right now, I could be wrong.
You gotta watch that Michigan race.
I could be wrong, but watch. That guy's gonna be seen as a fucking villain by his own audience. It's probably gonna happen. You can see what track he's on.
A little stick it to him.
You can see what track Kyle's on, and it's like you're setting yourself up to be a villain at some point. He's going for it. He's like, "Fuck, I have no other fucking options." Like, yeah, you do, but you're too stupid to see them. Unfortunately for you and your harshest fanboys and fangirls that are going to dick ride whatever you say. Unfortunate.
And I will say this again. You are not going to change the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party will change you.
That's Kyle changing Kyle. That's his fault. That's on him. But I could be wrong.
Changed by a quote-unquote Democratic Party, you were never the thing anyway. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But that's
you can't be changed. It's like people who say like, "Oh, it's a power corrupts," or more power corrupts more, whatever it is. However the saying goes, it doesn't make any sense because whatever. That actually makes no sense because whether or not you had the power or you don't, you were still the same person. Maybe you were just shitty and poor and didn't have a say, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it just
there's a lot of
reveals
shitty
it
poor
reveals
people. There's a lot
somebody's
of
true
shitty
character.
rich people. It is what it is. Like I'm not like that's not going to be decided by how much sway you have over the city council or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the only variable
Actually-
there is how much damage you can do.
No, it actually in terms of like how much damage, like damage is damage. So I'm not going to weigh it based on like how I can quantify it. It's still damage.
I'm not denying that.
Well, it's equal on a qualitative level, equal, right? Of if I
Yeah.
bomb my neighbor or if I bomb my entire neighborhood, it's equally bad for me. What say you?
Yeah, morally they are equally bad. The only variable here is volume.
Yeah, so if you get caught blowing up your neighbor or neighborhood, you should not be running for office. Let's put it that way. Like you should leave now. But these guys don't think that way. They're absolutely captured. Absolutely captured of being men or women of the times. Unfortunately. They're only as good as the world around them, which is, by my calculation, not so great of standards. Being better than a Donald Trump or a Joe Biden is nothing to brag
That's a
about.
low fucking bar.
But
yeah, and
that's
that's
what Kyle's
another
doing.
argument that they constantly use as well in terms of like even with the Graham Plattner thing. Like we saw the Emma interview where she's like, "Oh, but the Democratic Party has so many horrible people in it. Like, are we really going to like be ragging on this guy?" It's like, oh my god, like you can't stop, can you?
That was their original complaint about Trump too, which is funny enough, right? Like, oh my god, this guy's a sexist, and like their actual reasoning, once again, on paper, the words that are being said by Trump were things that they would, on paper, were supposed to like as far as like take it down to the swamp and whatever the fuck the ideas were, right? Sure, right leaning in rhetoric and coming from the Republican Party, sure, but overall, it was, fuck the establishment was the idea. And these guys are like, yeah, we fight the establishment. But what they use as arguments for Trump.
They said
He's
they don't care
sexist.
about their actual intentions, right? Because what's her name? Emma Vigeland said she doesn't care if Bernie Sanders or AOC are secret Nazis as long as they're voting the way that she wants.
Yeah.
Well,
And
if they're
they
secret
twist
Nazis,
themselves
they're
in
not going to
ties
vote
to
the
do
way
it.
she wants. Not for long.
They twist themselves in knots to do all this shit too. Like they're probably stressing their own fucking lives out. But they kick back on their cash like, man, I am like kind of good though. Like socially, like I got money. I'm kind of chilling though. So like that's their way of
Got a
probably,
brownstone in
yeah,
Brooklyn,
it's probably their way of like,
Yeah,
things
the
ain't
other
that
thing.
bad. In their minds, like, dude, you can't live that way. Fuck out of here.
That's the other thing.
we still brunch it in these streets.
All these so-called independent media jackasses, because most of them, if not almost all of them, do not qualify as independent in my mind. They're isolated from the consequences of a lot of the very worst shit that's happening right now.
I agree. As far as like financial situations, yeah, for sure. On a human
Even
level, they're
socially,
fucked too. They're fucked too. On a human level, but socially, yes, they can kick their feet up on their $8,000 couch and be like, yeah, all right. Man, I lost I lost a debate yesterday, man. Fuck. As they kick their feet up and turn on ESPN.
Down one night, they can just go someplace else. I don't got that luxury. I don't think you do either.
No. Socially, no.
What was that?
As far as like people having the luxury to like, if
Yeah, if this place burns down, they can just go someplace else. I can't do that.
And majority of people cannot do that, which was my thing with Dubster the other day. But all right, let me officially end this video.
Oh, was he on that? Was he on that love it or leave it shit?
No, he's on the if you tax billionaires, like we were watching the El Said debate with Haley Stevens for Michigan, right? Senate race debate.
Yeah,
and he talked about
fucking goofy creature.
Yeah, and El Said was talking about taxing billionaires, and Dubs was like, "You're gonna force them to leave. They'll take the jobs with them." Right, type of idea. And I'm like, yeah.
See, when I hear that shit, I see a veiled admission of the fact that yes, billionaires can hold this country fucking hostage.
And based on the way people behave right now, they sure could. But if
But I think
people,
people also hold themselves hostage as well,
That's
and I
why,
think that deep introspection needs to be done. In my opinion, in terms of like, it can't just be billionaires are my problem. Like, I don't know because that is a problem, but I feel like it's almost like as a way to not confront like how
Well, it's a
you might
symptom.
be affecting the world just as a general, people.
It's one problem out of many.
Pardon?
It's one problem out of many.
I think it's the biggest.
you mean
Not
I think it
talking
is
about
the
the billionaires.
like
are one
deepest
problem
problem
out of
in my
many.
opinion, in terms of like getting
Yeah.
anything quote unquote done, even materially. So
oh yeah,
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with you.
that work is extremely necessary.
it's not just like a variable in an equation. It's like the thing. It's like the thing.
It's the root of almost every other problem I can think of.
Yeah. And people also mistake self-awareness for introspection as well. Two different things.
Absolutely agree.
Yeah, Ronald Reagan, I'm
Because
sure,
you can be
was very
aware
self-aware.
that you're like fucking up. You can be aware that like, maybe I should be doing this or that, but you don't do shit about it. So, yeah. To leave things on a happy note, go ahead.
I fucking love subs. All right.
My bad.
There's your video, guys. There it is. Once again, leave a comment if you want to about anything. Yes, even my outro has outros to it. Yes. Please leave a comment if you feel like about anything you want to say. Also,
If you don't, Sebs will cry.
please don't forget to share support. Hopefully, donate to all the links in the description box. I'm telling you, I keep saying this over and over again, but it is charities, guys. So even like sharing like a story of it, whether it's a GoFundMe that's maybe expired or doesn't run anymore. I remember I was told like, hey man, we made like our threshold or whatever the fuck, whether it was me helping that or not, but they're like, hey, we made our threshold. You don't need to share this anymore. I'm like, nah, fuck that. Fuck it, I'm sharing it anyways.
Was that Devon?
Yes, Devon's Journey to Recovery. I think our first one, right? That's our first kind of GoFundMe charity thing we promoted.
It's the oldest one I can think of.
That was the first one that we promoted for sure.
Yeah, it's been what, almost 10 years now?
Yeah.
Fuck me running. God, I'm old.
Got the pyramid. Yeah. But yeah, they are charity, so please check them out if you want to. The one thing that isn't charity is the very, 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 very last link, which is my thing. It's a CashApp link, I think. But don't worry about that. The rest are charities. Please donate to them if you want to. And yes, everything I showed you will be linked. The Laura Loomer clip from RT, where they're doing RT stuff, right? They're trying to help Russia out, like governmentally and PR wise, help Russia out. Unfortunately, but they're doing that seemingly. That'll be linked, and also obviously this TYT video and the archive from. Say their names again, Sebs.
Oh, The Antidote.
The Antidote.
Jeremy Rothkushel and Greg McCarran.
Okay, that'll also be
the
linked.
Odyssey archive and their current Spotify.
Okay, that'll also be linked, so please check that out. Most importantly, with all that said, give this video a thumbs down. No Ram Ranch today. Fuck off.